by a couple of metres and caught 10 in from the eastern touchline by Tungle and Alamoti. Played to Kautonga. Goes right for Parley to Barlow to Walker. Wrapped up 9 metres in Penrith territory. No score, 14 and a half gone here on ABC Sport. Brown to the right, Barlow. He turns it in now to Williams. Jack Williams takes on Leotti, Yo and Lindsay Smith. Standing in the tackle, 30 metres out. They're doing that a lot, Parramatta, standing in the tackle. Centre field, played to Brown. Goes left to Walker away. Papali takes on the line and Joash is caught by Papali'i. 19 out with Schneider. Ball played. They stacked the blindside left. Dylan Walker, beautiful pass to Kadioni Kautonga, and he's over untouched to score. Beautiful ball by Walker. Tungle caught out in defence. Among others, try to Kautonga, try to Parramatta. 15 minutes gone, the Eels score first. Parramatta 4, Penrith 0.
Oh, this is beautiful. You can see some of the best halfbacks in the game probably can't do this kind of pass, but Dylan Walker, he just goes over to that left edge. He's been great so far this afternoon, but it looks like he's going to throw a cutout pass, pulls the ball up, just pops it off his left hip, and you got Kautonga just punching into a hole, as easy as you like, goes over untouched, betters the position, goes under the post. Really nice attack there from Parramatta, but I'm just loving what they're doing out of their own end to put him into this position, and that's great football.
Touchline, John Gibbs.
Yeah, it's beautiful work there from Dylan Walker. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. And they have been applying the pressure, but let's give the credit, and you gave it before, Louis, to Josh Adokar, because he got the ball back into the field of play by a millimetre. Then he fought his way with a strong hit up and got a penalty because the markers were straight. They go down the other end of the field, so good work on the inside by Dylan Walker. And Kadioni Kautonga has really improved this year. He's a fine edge runner.
Now, Zach Lomax will attempt the conversion. Very close. He's only 10.5 metres out. About 6 metres to the left of the post. Hit them sweetly the other night. His 2 chances in Origin. To give Parramatta a 6-0 lead over Penrith, that was a beautiful try by the Eels. Found the Penrith defence wanting. Here's Lomax. Moves in with the right boot and kicks the goal. Great start of Eels. Parramatta 6, Penrith 0. Sunday afternoon footy here on ABC Sport. Around the grounds, NRLW. Boy, the Brisbane Broncos are off to a fly. They lead the Gold Coast Titans in the NRLW by 18 points to 0 after only 15 minutes of play, with tries to Jada Ferguson, Tamika Upton and Bree Spreedborough. And Romy Teitzel, 3 goals from 3 attempts. New South Wales Cup second half, North Sydney 32 leading Canterbury Bankstown 0, and second half St George Illawarra 20 leading the Roosters 6. Queensland Cup second half, Tweed Seagulls 36 leading South Logan 24, and in the AFL it is 34 each of 2 St Kilda and the Sydney Swans. From the kickoff, Parramatta has it. Lomax try the offload well after you could hear Peter Goff say help.
He's come up with about 20 offloads today, and I tell you what, he's getting them out and they're hitting them on the chest almost every time.
Ball played to Brown. Goes open side left Simonson. He's caught 22 out from his own line. Parramatta with it and enjoying a 6-0 lead after 16 and a half minutes. Barlow to the left. Walker. Papali. Away to Wyongi to Russell to Adokar. Alamoti and Schneider coming across it. Schneider who grabs him with Tungle in the end. 6 short of halfway. They are looking far more dangerous in attack. Parramatta, they look sharp. Papali goes right. Walker away. Barlow. Great pass. Hawkins to Garner. Garner got straight past McLean. Then the pass intercepted by Jenkins. Penrith come away with it 7 short of halfway. Plays it to Yo. Says, I'll just settle this. I'll take it myself. And gets to halfway right in centre field for the Panthers, who trail 6-0 after that try to Kadioni Kautonga. Now comes right edge to Isaiah Papali'i. He's taken there by Papali and Kautonga. Kenny goes left to Leotta. Puts his shoulder into the defence there of Barlow. 36 metres out from the Parramatta line. Played to Kenny. Spins it left to Schneider. Turns it into Lindsay Smith. And Lindsay Smith straightens into Walker and also Barlow and Brown. 27 out from the Parramatta line. Right in front of the northern post. Played to Kenny. Goes right to Schneider on the last with a kick to the wing of Adokar. Coming through Alamoti. He taps the ball back and over the touchline. Parramatta get the changeover. 10 out from their own goal line. 18 minutes gone. Parramatta 6, Penrith 0.
Well, Parramatta just can't go away from what they're doing. Even though they've come up with a few errors, they're just pushing a couple of passes, maybe just that little bit too much, but they're making the half breaks, they're making the easy meters, but I love their setup. They've got to keep shifting to their edges and taking those meters. Penrith don't really know what to do. They don't know if they should come up and in, should they sit back and hold, and they're pulling apart for numbers as well.
On the text line, g'day Andrew, Luke and John, go the Panthers, let's do this, says Tony, as the Eels have the footy. 18 out from their own goal line, played to Brown. Sends the ball right edge to Simonson. He's nailed there by McLean. And Yo, 27 out from the Parramatta line, 10 in from the western touchline. Brown goes left, Lomax away to Williams. Centrefield charges into Leota and Smith, and one other defender, Kenny. Stands in the tackle again. 13 short of halfway. Dummy half Brown, flat pass left to Barlaw. Yo is there. He just throws the ball recklessly away, and Brown knocks it on.
That should have been 6 to go. They're going to come off the Penrith hand, knocked it out as he was going to offload it.
Yeah, I'll never argue with your golden eye, Louis, but there's no debate from Parramatta here, and no challenge against the knock-on. So it'll be a Penrith scrum feed, 4 metres in Parramatta territory, 19 minutes, Parramatta 6, Penrith 0. Join the call, boys, while watching some local footy in Newcastle. South Beach Central up the mighty Butcher Boys. Good on you, Tim, listening in Newcastle. So here's the scrum fed by Schneider, picked up by Kenny at the base, goes left to Jenkins. He runs into Hawkins and Garner and tackled 8 metres in Parramatta's half. Kenny to the right, Smith angles his run straight into the defence of Hawkins and Walker. Over the top, Williams as well. 35 metres out from the goal line. Now comes to the right after a set restart going to Penrith, and it's Leota in centre field, tackled by Walker and Barlaw 30 metres out from the goal line. To the left, and it's with Schneider away to McLean. McLean steps into Hawkins and Geimer and put on his back. 17 out from the Parramatta line. Eels 6, Panthers 0. Almost 20 minutes gone. Kenny goes right to Schneider away to Smith. Turned his back into the defence. Taken one-on-one by Brown. 11 out in front of the goalpost. Kenny goes to the right to Yo. Out the back to Schneider. Links up with Laurie to Tungle. Pass knocked down by Addo-Carr. It's dived on by Parramatta, but it'll be a knock-on by Addo-Carr. But he probably saved the day. Had that pass gone one to the right, it would have been a try to Parramatta. Instead, a Penrith scrum feed, 10 out from the Eels line. Just over 20 minutes gone. Eels 6, Panthers 0. We check in downstairs with John Gibbs.
Yeah, good ball movement there, but that was well read by Josh Addo-Carr. He's done everything right because he had 3 men coming at him. He realised he had to make a decision, and that was to go in and knock the ball down. There was no other alternative, but this gives Penrith an ideal opportunity from right in front of the sticks.
Yeah, ideal attacking opportunity, isn't it? Scrum to be fed by Dane Laurie. Picked up at the base by Talangi. He comes to the right to Casey McLean, the left centre playing on the right side there. Tackled 8 metres out. Plays it to Laurie, goes left to Isaiah Papali'i. Good strong run into the defence, standing in the tackle. Only 2 metres out from the goal line. Gee, the defence all over him there. Walker played to Kenny, goes left to Yo. Plays out the back Schneider. Quick hands ball knocked down by Simonson. Ricochets back beyond the 26 more tackles. Laurie spins around in a circle and then jogs into the defence, easily tackled 20 out. Good play in front of the sticks is getting up to put him down a second time. On that occasion was Dylan Walker. Now played, they go left to Lindsay Smith. Geimer is one of 3 Eels defenders there. 12 out from the line. 6-0 Parramatta leads. 21 minutes, 30 gone. Kenny goes left this time to Lungy. Short ball McLean away. Jenkins beat Lomax, then spins into Hawkins. Tackle, reaches out and dropped it. He was trying to score Jenkins and got too greedy. Drop ball, although Peter Goff will check it with the bunker.
Yeah.
Let's have a listen.
Okay, Joey, got no try. Confirming that he does lose possession of the ball, he's short of the line, and he doesn't actually ground it on the line.
18 minutes, 24 left first half. Parramatta 6, Penrith 0. He'd done a lot of great work in the lead-up through Lomax, took Hawkins with him to the goal line, and then he reaches out as Lomax comes across, and...
Well, very right. It's going to be a lot
Jenkins
closer.
maintains possession, just need to confirm that it gets to the line.
It's going to be a lot closer than we think.
Well, the head-on shot that we're seeing, Louis, it's almost impossible to tell. This is the angle from side on. Jenkins reaches out. Oh, gee, that's on the line.
From that angle, definitely.
Tom Jenkins maintains possession, and the ball is grounded on the goal line. We have a decision.
Well, he didn't get too greedy at all. That's a great finish from Tom Jenkins.
But how could Peter Goff not see that? Like, you can't get in any better position
He's
than
right
those
there.
eyeballs right there. They're right on it.
He is right there. That will be a try to Tom Jenkins. In the 22nd minute, he did get it down on the paint. And it's Parramatta 6, Penrith 4, kick to come, Panthers. Jenkins, great run initially beating Lomax. That's what set it up.
Yeah, he's been great, Jenkins, hasn't he? The last few weeks for the Panthers, and obviously their wins. He's been playing some good football, scoring tries, making breaks, doing a heap of work out of his back end. But he just gets a one-on-one with a State of Origin winger and Jack Lomax, beats him all ends up, and then has 2 Parramatta players coming to finish him off, and that was one of them again. Zach Lomax reaches that left arm out and slams it down right to the line. He knew he scored. He was giving his teammates high five before the decision was even made, and that was a beautiful try there from Jenkins.
Touchline, John Gibbs.
Well, he's scored 9 tries in his past 8 games. When he went for those 2 games in Newcastle, he couldn't score a try. Now he's knocked up scoring tries. We spoke to him last game here, and he was very confident. So he's playing really good football, had a lot of work to do, and he's also scored in his three previous games. All his games against Parramatta, he's been able to score in. So Tom Jenkins, milk is on fire.
So Paul Alamoti, 22 out, 6 in from the western touchline, a real iffy proposition. He can have his really good days and he can have the reverse. Let's see how he starts here with a challenging conversion from the Jenkins try to level the scores. Alamoti, he strikes it, starts to the right, coming back. No, away, no goal. 4 points to Penrith. Parramatta leads 6-4 after 23 minutes of play. As we check on scores around the grounds, NRLW, and we've got Brisbane 18 leading Gold Coast 0, New South Wales Cup, North 32 leading Canterbury 0, St George Illawarra 20 leading the Roosters 6, Queensland Cup still Tweed Seagulls 36 leading South Logan 24, and at halftime in the AFL, St Kilda now by 2 goals leading the Swans 46 to 34. So kickoff here from Parramatta. And it's sent deep by Sean Russell into the in-goal area, taken by Blaze Talangi, gives it right to Lindsay Smith. He returns it into Simonson and Garner and Lomax, 10 metres out from the Penrith line, 15 in from touch in the southwest corner. Played to Kenny, goes right to Garner, got straight through Junior Barlaw into Simonson and Williams. He stands in the tackle, 17 out from his own line, played to Kenny, whips it away right there to Schneider, then away to Dane Laurie, dragged down, 20 out from his own goal line. Good defence there from Papali. Now Tungle at a dummy half, gains 10, 12, 13 metres. He'll play it 33 out from his own line. 6-4 Eels. Very interesting game here so far. It's played to Alamoti. Goes left to Isaiah Papali'i. He's scored 12 metres short of halfway. That brings up the last for the Panthers. As it's played to Kenny. Goes left to Schneider for the kick for inside the 40. It's a real floater down to Isaiah Eong. He bounces straight to him. 17 out from his own line. Returns it near the 30. Easily got away from Talangi into Smith and Garner. 28 metres out from the Parramatta line. 6-4 Eels. 24 minutes gone. Parramatta works it right to Lomax. He's taken 12 metres short of halfway. Yo was in there alongside Talangi. Dummy half Dylan Brown. Goes left to Isaiah Iongi. And he's claimed in centre field, 4 metres short of halfway, midway through the tackle count. Dummy half Brown. Flat pass left to Walker. Short ball away to support Williams. Yo is there in defence with Liotta. And also Papali'i. 9 metres in Penrith territory. Now Walker to the right. Hawkins. Short ball Guyman. Good contact Talangi and Garner. Brings him down. 31 out from the line. Played on the last tackle. Brown goes right to Hawkins. The kick from 25 metres out. It's Jenkins against Lomax. Ball gets punched up. Dive gone by Penrith. Garner's got it. 15 out from his own goal line. 25 minutes gone. Parramatta 6, Penrith 4 here at Western Sydney Stadium as Casey McLean is belted to the deck. Louis 19 out from his own line.
Yeah, well, Parramatta, they got through to their kick. Nice compete there from Zach Lomax once again. The Parramatta players need to know that Zach's 9 times out of 10, he's going to get a good hit on that ball. He's going to get a catch on it. They're just going to be pushing around looking for those crumbs, and they will get some success out of it. But on that occasion, went straight to Penrith once again.
Now Penrith on their own 30. Liam Henry took that hit up just onto the field, and now Nathan Cleary comes on after 25 minutes, and Schneider puts in a dreadful kick straight to Zach Lomax. 20 out from the Parramatta line, runs into Talangi's head, rock back in the tackle. Also up there was Schneider, and another player coming through for the Panthers was Luke Garner. Now they have it in centre field, Isaiah Iongi. He's put down 31 metres out from his own goal line. Parramatta with a footy leading 6-4 over Penrith. Brown to the left to Joash Papali. Takes on the line. Schneider's there to make the tackle in concert with Liam Henry. Mid-quarter halfway, Parramatta territory, and Isaiah Papali to the left to Barlaw. He's going to be claimed 4 short of halfway for Parramatta. 4 tackles into the set. Dummy half Brown goes right Barlaw away to Walker. Keeps going that way. Hawkins to Guymer. Nailed in defence. 2 metres in Penrith territory by Blaze Talangi. Played on the last. Comes right to Hawkins from 46 metres out. Kick down to the Panthers fullback Dane Laurie with a catch. 14 out from his own goal line. And he beats Williams. Taken by Papali and Barlaw on the Penrith 20. Nathan Cleary goes dummy half. Goes right to Alamoti. Kautonga's there with Russell to greet him inside the Panthers 30. Let's go downstairs. Touchline, John Gibbs.
Yeah, well, he's playing dummy half at the moment, Nathan Cleary, because you've we've had Moses Leota and Isaiah Yeo come off, Liam Henry and Nathan Cleary on, so a little bit of a shuffle up here. So both sides playing very differently today.
You can't have the dummy halves being Nathan Cleary and Brown. No, Kenny's back in there now, but he did have 2 or 3 plays there as the Panthers hit the ball up. They've got it through Henry, 9 metres in Parramatta territory, centre field. Defence from Barlaw, played to Kenny, goes right. Cleary with a kick from 41 metres out. Towering kick down to Eong. He flies through the air, comes down with it, and tackled immediately. 12 out from his own line for Parramatta. 27 minutes gone, Parramatta 6, Penrith 4 as Russell hits it up, and he's tackled 15 out from his own line.
Well, they get through the set nicely there, Penrith. I reckon they just feel a little bit more secure having Nathan out there, I reckon, that all the Penrith players, especially with his kicking game and his leadership. So, they've come up with an error, Parramatta.
Playing the ball incorrectly. Josh Addo-Carr.
Mate, I've already given you the benefit of the doubt. Jenkins attempt, that's just foot over. Play the ball.
So, Penrith will get to play the ball 19 metres out, and he rolled it and just walked over it, basically. So Penrith will get the footy with a play the ball. It's 6-4 to Parramatta. On the text line, 0467 920 222. Enjoying the call while working in Wombo land. Para building well under Riles to Marco the Eel. Now Penrith with the footy. It's going to be played 14 metres out from the goal line by Henry to Kenny. To the left, Schneider. Back on the inside to Lindsay Smith. Dragged down easily by Brown. 12 metres out from the Parramatta goal line. Plays it to Kenny. Goes out the back right to Cleary. Turns it on the inside to Isaac Tunlaw. Tried to dummy his way through, but he's put to the ground by Brown. About 8 metres out, and Sam 2 of 80 on the field. Schneider dummies. Runs straight into Walker and Co. 8 out from the Parramatta line. Penrith attacking. Down 6-4. And it's a very slow play. The ball, and Jack Williams gives away penalties. Deemed a high tackle. So the penalties are 2-all, and this is an easy goal kick just to the left of the uprights. And surely they're going to take the 2 points here. And Jack Williams is placed on report for a high tackle. Yeah, they only take the 2, and that's the only choice here, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, as soon as the penalty was blown, you should be having the hand up with the 2, going straight down to that bench to get that 2 points on the board, even the game up. I'll tell you what, it's been a back and forth game, and there's been a lot of half opportunities that both sides haven't really been able to ice.
It is so easy.
But it's gone so fast.
They've already had 29 minutes. So it'll be Paul Alamoti, not Nathan Cleary, Gibbsy, taking this shot at goal.
Yeah, well, they're still worried about Nathan's adductor. It can't be that serious, but this is a sitter anyway for Alamoti, so he'll get this one. You could kick it, Andrew, so it'll be 6-all. They get the ball back. We've still got at least 10 minutes before half-time, but it has been an up-tempo game. There's been some real highlights of this, and that high tackle from Jack Williams was technically a penalty, but nothing serious.
I'd be toe poking if it was me, Jonty. Alamoti is not. 12 metres out, just next to the post to level the scores. Here's Alamoti for Penrith, and he does kick the goal. So he is 1 out of 2. Parramatta 6, Penrith 6. You're with Luke Lewis, John Gibbs. I'm Andrew Moore on ABC Sport, and we've had half an hour of play earlier. The Warriors too good for the West Tigers, 34-4 in Auckland. On the text line, enjoying your call. Can you please explain the scrum? Can anyone be in the scrum? Yes, they can. What are the options? Sometimes they opt to kick, other times they use the scrum. New convert to the game, says Matt in Adelaide. Well, these days, if the ball ends up over the touchline, it used to be a scrum, and now it's to play the ball to the defending team. And if you get a penalty, a scrum penalty these days, you have the option of packing another scrum. And if a second penalty ensues, it's going to be a sin bin against one of those offending players. Here's Penrith. But no, anyone can pack in the scrum. It's a bit of a laugh, really. Here's Kenny. Goes right to Cleary. Dummings takes on the line himself. But Tonga is in there to make the tackle along with 2 of 80. I noticed Talon De Silva on the field too in Parramatta colours for the first time. Isaiah Papali'i on the right edge. Strolls through the first tackle attempt of De Silva. Now fell by Tonga on the 30. Played to Kenny. Goes left to Liam Henry. Jermaine Hopgood, who's just come on the field, involved in the tackle with Tonga. 10 short of halfway. Penrith with a footy. 6-all the score. Comes to the left and Cleary on tackle 5. Attempted a 40-20. Had nowhere near the distance. He does find touch. It'll be a Parramatta play the ball 27 out from their own line. 6-all it is. We're down to 9 minutes left in the first half. You're right, Louis. This is flying by. It's a good game to watch. I mean, there are a number of errors early on, but it's a very, very even contest.
Very even. Both sides getting out of their own end nicely. They're both getting their opportunities on the line, and both sides are doing really well when it comes to defending their line. It's just been a couple of last passes that really that have stopped the game from getting some more points on the board.
Now it is Bailey Simonson with an offload away to Taiviti, and he charges into Henry and Schneider and needs help. They finally put him down 2 metres in Penrith territory. Taiviti plays the ball. De Silva goes left. Hopgood away to Papali. He's nailed 9 metres in Penrith territory with 8 minutes 13 left in the half at a 6-all scoreline. Eels with it. De Silva goes right. Hopgood show and go into his old team, and he's tackled by 3 defenders including Cleary 30 metres out from the Penrith line. Dummy half to Silva. Goes left. Williams away. Papali puts it over the top. Flying through Adokar. Laurie getting back there, and he rather laconically picks the ball up and runs it dead. Goal line dropout. He had that well under control, Dane Laurie. 8 to go in the half. 6-all the score. With 1 try apiece. Mitch says, I believe the last time Junior had a milestone game, he played well and we won. I believe that to be true, Mitch. Shout out to Ben and George travelling down the M1 for the Broncos game. Go Broncos. That's at 6:15. Triggy from Canamble. Just been on a flight to Birdsville. That's to Lake Eyre. Good to be back on the ground and listening to you guys as always. The shortish line dropout's not a very good one. It's taken by Parramatta 20 out from the Penrith line, and the catch was taken there by Iongi. He plays it. They go left. Hawkins away to Taiviti. He charges there into Henry and Kenny, and a tackle 14 or 15 out from the Penrith line. Great chance here for the Eels. Dummy half to Silva. Goes left to Hopgood. He dummies his way into the defence, and Papali in Schneider 10 metres out from the line. Plays the ball to Silva back to the right. Williams fires it away. Hawkins, Garner. Beautiful ball. Simonson. Even better flick pass to Lomax. And as he scored the try to Casey McLean, knocking touching goal. Try since Peter Goff. What a finish. Couple of brilliant passes, including the finisher from Bailey Simonson to Lomax. How did he get that down before going touch in goal? Casey McLean did his best for Penrith, but Lomax claiming the try with 6.5 left in the first half. Parramatta in front again. Eels 10, Penrith 6.
Well, that's probably one of the best passes you'll see from a centre. It's literally a flick pass. Usually you see him catch and do a quick flick pass. Bailey Simonson here, he goes into the tackle. He gets around the flick pass around the back of Jenkins. Hits to Zach Lomax on the chest, and he gets it down. I tell you what, and that was good contact there from Casey McLean as well.
I don't think Casey McLean could have done anything other than that, and it was a brilliant finish. What a great try, John Gibbs.
Oh, absolutely. He's playing his 100th game, as we know. Bailey Simonson, I don't reckon he's thrown a better pass in the previous 99 games than that one, and it was taken by a flying Zach Lomax. Casey McLean came across through everything, including a kitchen sink at him, and somehow he was able to get the ball down. Normally you see a player like Zach Lomax doing a pass like that with his strength, but that was very subtle because he'd beaten the player on the inside, had to change the ball from one hand to the other and somehow get a pinpoint pass to Lomax, a spectacular try.
And now Lomax will try and convert it right from that western touchline, 21 metres out. NRLW at Robina, now Brisbane 28, leading Gold Coast 0.
He's got this.
Tries to Haley Maddock and Chelsea Leonarduzzi, the most recent try scorers. Louis already written in the conversion, right from the touchline. Lomax moves in with the right boot. He strikes it. It's across the face. No goal, Luke Lewis.
Back to your lack, Zach. Never again.
He's won. Never again. Wow. Parramatta 10, Penrith 6. Sunday Arvo footy on ABC Sport with 5 minutes and 18 seconds left in a very entertaining first half. In the New South Wales Cup, full time, North Sydney Bears, the Grizzlies, they've beaten Canterbury Bankstown 50-0, while St George Illawarra 28 has beaten the Sydney Roosters 18. In the Queensland Cup, gee, it's a tight one. Tweed Seagulls leading South Logan by 36-32 into the second half, and in the AFL halftime, St Kilda 46 leading the Sydney Swans 36 from the kickoff. Iongi feeds it left to Taiviti, and he's forced across field, put to the ground, 17 out from his own goal line, and plays a 10 in from the western touchline. Goes left to Simonson, brilliant creator of that previous try. Caught 22 out from his own line by Kenny. Played to Silva, goes left to Hopgood, wrapped up on the 30-metre line. Parramatta with a footy to Silva. He'll go away to the left to Joash Papali. Steps into the defence and taken. 34 out from his own line. 20 in from touch on the eastern side. Plays the ball to De Silva. Goes centre field right. Good defence here coming, but an offload away to De Silva. Goes left Papali. Forward, I thought, to Kautonga. Flat says the referee as Kautonga's caught on halfway. Played on the last De Silva. Short side left Papali. Then out the back, Russell to Car pass knocked down and over the touchline by Alamoti. He gives Parramatta another set, Paul Alamoti, but may have saved a try with that O'Carr streaking through down that left touchline. Play the ball, Parramatta 30 metres out, 4 minutes 10 to go, and they've been the better side for most of this game, Parramatta. They lead 10-6, and they've got another great opportunity to apply pressure right here.
I'm loving the brand of football that they're playing at the moment, the way that they're moving the ball. I've been speaking about it right from the kickoff, but their eyes up down a short side. As soon as they see an opportunity to have a 4-on-3 and they get the skill right, it was just Alamoti has to touch it to go out over the sideline. They get another opportunity. Great football.
From the play the ball, Tybiti, 22 out. He plays it, it comes right. Hopgood. Then an inside ball from Dean Hawkins. He's Parramatta with it. 18 out from the goal line. Garner plays it to De Silva. Goes left to Hopgood. Away, Tybiti. Good solid defence up the middle to bring him down. That was a terrific head-on hit by Papali'i. Played centre field. De Silva to the left. It goes through hands. Williams away. Papali now to Kautonga. He's caught 5 out from the Penrith line. 2 tackles left for the blue and gold. De Silva to the right. Williams away to Hopgood. Then links up. A little stab kick. Oh, what a catch by Talangi. A little stab kick by Hawkins. And Talangi at full stretch took it only metres away from the boot of the kicker. He plays it and Laurie beats one. Gordo 16 out from his own line. That was terrific reflexes from Talangi.
It was a great take, but it was a horrible kick.
It was. We've seen a couple of them today so far. Now Alamoti backs his way into the defence. 24 out from his own line. Plays it to Kenny. Goes right to Isaac Tungor, and he scored 31 out from his own line for Penrith. 2 minutes 48 left in the half. 10-6 the Eels, 2 tries to 1. Short side right to Laurie, knocked to the ground. 9 metres short of halfway. Plays the ball to Kenny. Long ball left. Cleary the kick under pressure from Barlow. Very shallow from Cleary. Yongi drifts to his left, takes it 22 out from his own line, 5 in from the eastern touchline. But I guess the kick was high enough to allow the chase to come through, and he's put down 28 metres out from his own goal line. 10-6 Eels. Now to the right, Russell ran straight over the top of one. Gee, that was a good run into Schneider. Now tackled 15 short of halfway. De Silva goes right to Lomax. He targets Luke Garner, but taken in concert with Mitch Kenny and Talangi. 4 short of halfway. Played now to the right. They work at Geimer. He charges into Schneider and tackle. Geimer into Schneider. 5 metres in Penrith territory. De Silva left to Hopgood. Quick hands for Parley to Kautonga through one. Couldn't quite get the pass away as he's tackled there by Tungor 30 out, and he's hurt himself, Kidione Kautonga. Can't play the footy. And no, he finally does, but reluctantly. Here's Lomax for a 2-point field goal. Strikes it from 42 metres out. Looks like it's faded right. It has. And it didn't bounce over the dead ball line. Took a wicked bounce for Tom Jenkins. Comes away with it for Penrith. Into the field of play and caught 10 out from his own line. Let's go to the touchline. John Gibbs.
Well, Kautonga's limping very badly, and that could be a blow to Parramatta because he's been in really good form on that edge. Parramatta trying to apply the pressure, but here comes Penrith up to the task.
Penrith got to go at him.
Now 20 metres out from the Penrith line. Comes to the left, away to Garner, caught on his own 30-metre line. It's played to Kenny, goes right now through hands. Eisenhuth on the field to Schneider to Cleary, then away to Laurie to Tungor, quick hands to Alamoti. He puts it on the toe, pre-gathers at Alamoti, then puts it on the toe again, chasing it to Schneider, and bounces over his melon into the hands of Kenny, throws a wayward pass, scooped up by Parramatta, and Eisenhuth gets absolutely poleaxed 33 out. It was touched by Parramatta too, 6 more tackles. Penrith on the attack into the last minute of the half. Talangi, he just stopped running. Then he gives it right and Henry scored 30 away. Does Cleary have a vision for a field goal here? Comes to the left, Cleary away. On to Eisenhuth, lopes into the defence, stands in the tackle, 18 out. 22 seconds to go, 10-6 to Parramatta. Comes to the right to Cleary, I guess down 10-6, why would you kick a field goal? Goes right to Laurie, and Laurie's caught easily, 14 out, 15 out. 11 seconds left, first half. Last chance here, and it's a really slow play the ball from Laurie to Papali'i. Dummies go short side right to Tungor, and he flicks it on the ground to Papali'i. Back it goes to Alamoti. Goes left to Cleary, runs across field, finds the pass out the back Schneider. Spiralling pass across to McLean to Garner. Oh, got past one easily. He's over. How did they score from that? Zach Lomax was caught out hopelessly in defence. 10-all the score as Peter Goff has awarded the try, but
Pretty sure it's touched by Josh.
asking the bunker just to check on something, but Garner's awarded the try. 10-all the score. Time is up. Kick to come.
Yeah, well, if this knock-on is there, well, we can take it all away. But this is brilliant passing. And Luke Garner, I thought he was going to try and do a quick hand. Zach Lomax went to knock it down. All he had to do was make the tackle there, Zach. He did it the other night at the Origin game, and he hedged his bets here as well. He just have to make the tackle. Luke Garner couldn't believe his luck. He just goes over pretty much untouched. That is too easy there for Luke Garner.
That whole play from the play the ball.
Yeah, if there was a knock-on, the only knock-on would have come when the 6 again was given. That was way back before the try was scored. It was at the play the ball, or just around that time. So the try has been awarded, but Peter Goff has asked them to check. Now, normally you only go to the bunker with a ruling of no try. But this time he's ruled try and asked for the check. He's having cake and he's eating it.
Good to go. Yeah,
Good to go.
It's confirmed. There we go. 10-all the score with a kick to come. Touchline, John Gibbs.
Well, that was a bit unusual, wasn't it? And the crowd roaring their discontent there, but that was spectacular stuff. They weren't going to go for a field goal. Last play, they just swung it from the eastern side to the western side. Luke Garner, well, he beat 3 of them. I mean, Zach Lomax, everyone thought he was going to make the tackle. He was left hopelessly in no man's land. All the other defenders couldn't recover, and it was a good try by Luke Garner.
So here's Alamoti to put Penrith in front, 10-all. And this is kind of the iffy range for Alamoti. 10 in from the western touchline, 22 metres out. He moves in with the right boot. He strikes at Alamoti. He likes it and he kicks the goal. He's 2 out of 3. And that gives Penrith the lead for the first time on halftime. It is 12-10. Penrith leading Parramatta. Junior Barlow is not actually on the field at the moment. He's got his big jacket on. He's come on to talk to Peter Goff at halftime, maybe to give a message to Jason Riles or from Jason Riles. 12-10 Panthers. Tom Jenkins a try in the 22nd minute. Luke Garner a try in the 40th minute. Alamoti 2 goals from 3 attempts, 2 restarts. The Parramatta a try to Kidione Kautonga in the 15th minute. Zach Lomax in the 34th minute. Lomax 1 from 2, and Jack Williams on report for a high tackle in the 29th minute. 2 restarts. The penalties are 2 apiece. Everything's, the juice is running wild. But in the end, it's 12-10. Penrith leading the Eels, Luke.
Yeah, well, the scoreline is pretty much reflecting the game. Both sides are very even. I feel like Parramatta are probably a little bit better coming out of their own end, especially for the first 25-30 minutes. Nathan Cleary comes on, gets a little bit more control, wants to attack down the other end there, right with about 30-40 seconds to go. Some really nice skill to get down there. And that little kick from Alamoti down the short side was brilliant as well. But, really even game of football. Really enjoying it. It's end-to-end stuff. It's very fast. There's been a few drops, but there's been a lot of opportunities for both sides.
No, Gibbs, it's been a really good game to watch.
It has, and it was very up-tempo. It was really quick stuff, and the ball movement was very good, particularly by Parramatta at the start. And we'll have to check on Kidione Kautonga because he scored that really good try after good work on the inside by Dylan Walker, and he was certainly creating some problems with his left edge running. So we'll check on his fitness because he made a long surge just a little while ago, and he was very slow to get to his feet. Couldn't play it, and he's suffered some sort of leg injury. So whether or not he recovers remains to be seen. But good match, good crowd here too, and they are certainly cheering everything that happens, including Nathan Cleary before he came on, sitting on the bench. Nathan was lapping it up, and that last try, we thought we were going to see a replay. I don't think they had the right vision.
Well, there's nothing anywhere that we saw anyway that would indicate any sort of knock-on. Now, around the grounds, halftime NRLW, Broncos 28 leading Gold Coast 0. Queensland Cup second half, Tweed Seagulls 36 leading South Logan 32. AFL third quarter, St Kilda 52 leading the Swans 36. Second quarter of the netball, West Coast Fever 34 leading Melbourne Vixens 30. Earlier today, the Warriors 34 beat the West Tigers 14. And here, Penrith 12 lead Parramatta 10. You're with Luke Lewis, John Gibbs. I'm Andrew Moore here on ABC Sport. Let's get to the ABC Newsroom.
ABC ABC News. Good afternoon. I'm William Howard. The Prime Minister has faced questions about the role Australia would play in a conflict over Taiwan on the first full day of his official visit to China. The Financial Times newspaper has reported a senior US defence official, Elbridge Colby, has been pushing Australia to clarify its position. Mr. Colby has also posted on social media the US is urging allies to step up their defence spending and other efforts related to collective defence. Speaking in Shanghai, Anthony Albanese says Australia has maintained a policy on Taiwan.
I think it's important that we have a consistent position, which Australia has had for a long period of time. We support the status quo when it comes to Taiwan. We don't support any unilateral action there. We have a clear position.
A man is in police custody after allegedly assaulting a driver with an axe before hijacking the car, sparking a major pursuit across the New South Wales south coast. Romy Gilbert reports.
A woman remains in hospital in a serious condition after being assaulted by a man with an axe, kicked out of her car and ran over on Saturday afternoon. Police attended a street at Warragee near Nowra after reports a 25-year-old man was armed with an axe and hammer. It's alleged the man threw the axe at police before retrieving it and escaping on foot to a nearby Mustang where a 66-year-old woman inside was thrown out and assaulted. Police say they pursued the driver from Nowra to Kiama, where speeds allegedly reached 180 kilometres an hour before the car crashed into a truck. Police allege members of the public held the driver down until they arrived. Investigations are ongoing.
Victoria Police has charged 4 people after they allegedly kidnapped, assaulted and then dumped a man in bushland in the Bendigo area. Joshua Allen reports.
Police say on June 9th, a 26-year-old man was forced into a car and assaulted before being taken to an address in Kangaroo Flat where he was assaulted again before being forced back into the vehicle and dumped on a bush track where he was found in a critical condition by a bushwalker. On June 19th, police arrested 2 men in their 30s and a woman. They're charged with offences including false imprisonment and intentionally causing injury and have been remanded to face court in September. Police also arrested a 27-year-old man yesterday and he's charged with multiple offences including kidnapping, false imprisonment and armed robbery and remanded to face court tomorrow.
The President of the European Commission is warning consumers and businesses on both sides of the Atlantic will be hurt by new tariffs on EU exports announced by US President Donald Trump. Europe and Mexico are the latest targets of Mr. Trump, who's also announced higher duties on 25 countries he says are exploiting the US. The Mexican President, Claudia Sheinbaum, says the tariffs are unfair.
We are
going to reach an agreement with the United States government and, of course, achieve better terms. I have always said that in these cases, you need to keep a cool head to face any problem. But I also feel very confident because there is something we have in the government. We represent our people. We represent the dignity of Mexican people.
Intense fighting has been raging in the Sudanese city of Al Fasher, where the army is trying to repel an offensive by the Parliamentary Rapid Support Forces. The RSF took parts of the only city outside their control in the Darfur region on Friday before the army counterattacked. The BBC's Julian Bedford reports.
For weeks, the UN has been trying to broker a ceasefire in Darfur in a bid to get aid into a region where famine has taken hold. It's failed, and now the fighting has escalated. First, the paramilitary RSF began shelling the city before, on Friday, attacking from the south and west. They claim to have seized positions including a police headquarters and the main livestock market. On Saturday, the army counterattacked. The civilian population is again bearing the brunt of the conflict, not only from the shelling, but from the acute shortages of food, water and medicine.
An investigation is underway in France after a prisoner smuggled himself out of a jail inside a bag. The 20-year-old convict is said to have concealed himself inside the luggage of his cellmate being released after serving his time. The incident has occurred at Corbas prison outside the city of Lyon. And aides to Britain's King Charles and his son Prince Harry have been seen meeting in London amid reports of an attempt to mend relations. And you're up to date with the very latest ABC News.
Australia's Test Tour of the West Indies is on now.
What about that? Unbelievable.
Catch every ball on the ABC Listen app. Just look for the cricket button. ABC Sports coverage of the 2025 NRL Premiership.
Goes left to Walker away. Papali takes on the line and Joash is caught by Papali'i. 19 out with Schneider. Ball played. They stack the blind side left. Dylan Walker, beautiful pass to Kadioni Kautonga, and he's over untouched to score. Short ball McLean away. Jenkins beat Lomax, then spins into Hawkins' tackle, reaches out and dropped it. He was trying to score Jenkins and got too greedy. Jenkins reaches out. Oh, gee, that's on the line.
From that angle, definitely.
Well, he didn't get too greedy at all. That's a great finish. Hawkins dimer. Beautiful ball. Simonson. Even better free pass to Lomax. And as he scored the try on him, Casey McLean knocking touching goal. Try says Peter Goff. What a finish. Couple of brilliant passes, including the finisher from Bailey Simonson to Lomax. And he flicks it on the ground to Papali'i. Back it goes to Alamoti. Goes left to Cleary. Runs across field. Finds the pass out the back Schneider. Spiralling pass across to McLean to Garner. Oh, got past one easily. He's over. How did they score from that? Zach Lomax was caught out hopelessly in defence.
The 2025 NRL Premiership
On your radio, ABC Sport Digital Radio.
and on the ABC Listen app.
Half time, it's a tight one, 12-10, Penrith leading Parramatta. There's still a game to go to end round 19 of the NRL season. That's at Robina Stadium. Is it another roller coaster? Gold Coast v Brisbane. Quentin Holder call the action with Clinton Schifofsky and Zane Bojack. Let's set the scene. Q, how's it going up there, mate?
Well, it's a gorgeous day here, Andrew, and it's going to be a really good scene for Sunday evening footy, and you've been pumping those scores through. The Broncos women have been ultra impressive against Titans team missing a number of key players in the NRLW early second half. Brisbane 28 lead, Gold Coast 0. As far as the men's game, which will follow, well, we'll start with those Origin players. No Payne Haas. The news that he's going to be rested and have a week off as well next week. The Broncos have got the bye. So after 63 minutes in Origin, Payne Haas won't be backing up for Brisbane today, but Pat Carrigan will. So too will Gemat Shabasaki. Tino Fa'asuamala is going to back up for the Gold Coast Titans as well, which is good news. And it's a Titans team that welcomes back David Fafita and Jaden Campbell. And for the Broncos, dare we call them the Fab Four yet for the first time since the much-touted off-season securing of Ben Hunt. Those big names will be in the spine of Walsh at fullback, Mam and Reynolds in the halves, and Hunt on return from a hamstring injury which he sustained all the way back in round 10. Of course, Ezra Mam was suspended at the start of the season, which is why this quartet hasn't been able to play all together until this point. We expect Kobe Hetherington to start in the front row. Clinton Schifofsky is alongside me. Chock, always great to be on board with you for another South East Queensland derby. Brisbane were dominant in round 14. They won 44-14 earlier this year, but in the corresponding fixture last year, I reckon it was the Broncos' worst performance since the COVID period when they got absolutely pumped in the second half. It is a bit Forrest Gump and the box of chocolates. What are we going to get today here? Clinton, how are you?
Good to be here, Q, firstly, and you're right, spectacular weekend here on the Gold Coast and a great way to finish it here at Seabus. It's going to be a big crowd too by the look of it, starting to fill up pretty well. I'm more worried about the Titans. Their backs are against the wall. They need to show something here this afternoon or tonight. So a lot of pressure on. Payne Haas being out is a big plus for the Titans and their supporters. They'll miss him through the middle immensely, the Broncos. But
didn't want to play against his brother, perhaps.
Maybe. Or it's one who doesn't go in and play and bash up on little brother a little bit. But look, I think Brisbane will be too strong. But as I said, Titans got plenty to play for here this afternoon.
Well, Kieran Foran turns 35 today amid the week where he's indicated, well, we knew that it was going to be his last year, but he's made that formal news as well. But David Fafita, Where is this man? Hasn't played since round 8 against
the
North
Enigma.
Queensland.
The Enigma. Hey, we need a big game from him today. He's due. It's been a while, so it's just good to see him back fit. Looking forward to seeing what sort of condition he is in. Can struggle a little bit with his conditioning, so hopefully he's been working hard and he can make an impact here this afternoon.
So the Titans have lost their last 2. Their last win was here against Manly back in round 15, but they had the bye last week. And for the Broncos, well, since what many has deemed their worst performance of this year, which was that loss to Manly at Brookvale back in round 13, well, they haven't lost since then. They've won 4 in a row, beating the Titans, Cronulla, the Warriors, and then at that amazing second half against Canterbury Bankstown last week.
Some of those wins, the last couple have been really gritty. They've been down and out and just done really, really well to come back. I nearly turned the TV off last week and they scored 22 points in the last 20 minutes to win that game. It was amazing. So starting to show some real steel, the Broncos. So maybe all that hard training Michael Maguire's been putting them through is paying off.
You got a bit of mail on your man Ben Hunt, finally back?
Yeah, he's back. He had the hamstring, obviously, and then...
Number 9, he's happy enough with that?
Yeah, he'll play anywhere. He plays anywhere for Queensland, he'll play anywhere for Brisbane.
Good on you, Choc. Looking forward to it. Team's still about 10 minutes away here, Maury, because of the 6:15 kickoff. Liam Kennedy, the ref, Chris Butler in the bunker. She's going to be a good scene for Sunday night footy here. Broncos women 28 lead the Titans 0 in NRLW.
Good man, Q. Thank you, Choc. Great calling last night, Q2 with Hoffy and Laurie. Enjoyed that very much on the way home. With Canterbury holding on to beat the Cowboys 12-8. Here they come for the second half. Parramatta joined Penrith on the field with Penrith leading 12 points to 10. Lee says, afternoon, Andrew, didn't that last try by Penrith originally start when Lomax went for a 40-metre field goal? Yeah, you're quite right, Lee. He did miss out on that, and Penrith ended up with a footy, went downfield and scored that try in the last seconds of the half. You're quite right. Came out of Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Says Dylan Walker has been one of the best pick up the Eels have had for a while. I've been wanting him to start the game since he joined the club. So far, he's made an impact. No matter what happens, I'll be glad I got my what-ifs answered. Good on you, Rachel. So now, it is the kick-off from Sean Russell down to the Penrith goal line. Blaze Talangi sends the pass away to his right to Liam Henry. He's caught 11 out from his own line and dumped on his back, and that's the way the second half starts. Played to Kenny. Comes centre field right to Matt Eisenhuth. He's wrapped up. 15 out from his own line. Penrith 12, Parramatta 10, with the most beautiful sunset you ever did see. As we look everywhere. What a beautiful glow we've got over the ground.
Suits the Panthers too. It's nice and pink.
Kenny goes to his left, and Penrith 34 out from their own line. It does suit their outfit beautifully, doesn't it? Schneider plays the ball to Kenny. Goes left edge away to Laurie. He's knocked to the deck. 9 short of halfway by De Silva. Also in there for Parramatta was Matt Dury on the field. Here's a kick from Cleary in the last from inside his 40 down to the wing of Josh Addo-Carr. 12 out from the Parramatta line. Brings it over the 20, and he's going to be collected there by 3 Panthers chasers, among them Isaiah Papali'i and Mitch Kenny, and also Liam Henry. And Josh walks about 3 metres off the mark. Goes back, plays the ball to Joash Papali. Goes right to Lomax. He scored 32 out from his own line. Parramatta's first touch, second half, trailing 12-10. Lomax plays it to De Silva. Sends it right to Simonson. Did some very good things in that first half. And here he beat Talangi. Then got a pass back to De Silva. They keep it going alive left to Iongi. Wrap around one-handed to Taviti. Runs into Cleary and other defenders, Henry and Papali'i, and stands in the tackle 9 short of halfway. Play De Silva takes off from dummy half. Knocked to the ground by Papali'i just short of halfway. He plays it with 2 tackles left for the Eels to Lomax. Goes right, Hawkins. Then away, Dury. He got straight through. Got through Garner. Got through a terrible attempt by McLean. Then lost the footy, and it's play on. So Parramatta still have it 34 out, heading to the last. Ball will be played very slowly here by De Silva. Comes to the right, Hawkins. Towering kick. Lomax flying through on Laurie. And oh, what a catch, Laurie again. Brilliant Dane Laurie. And now he's tackled 14 out from his own line. I gave him .0004 of a chance. And now it's a penalty for offside going to the Penrith Panthers. Penalty's now 3-2 to Penrith. It's 12 out from the Panthers line. 2 gone second half. 12-10 Penrith. And Louis, what about that catch?
That was a beautiful take there by Dane Laurie. I actually thought Zach Lomax come down with the angle that we had on it. And then he looked up. He couldn't believe it. It wasn't in his hands. And Dane Laurie had it. That was a huge take, but he never took his eye off that ball and just fully committed to that jump and got it perfectly.
Louis, we're an alternate universe. This whole...
I believe in that too.
I asked that flippantly to the wrong dude. But this sunset is engulfing us. Here's the Penrith side with the ball on halfway. Leading by 12-10. We'll get down to Gibbsy at the end of the set. The ball played to Kenny. He'll go left away now to Schneider, away to Cleary. Short ball onto support as Penrith work it through Garner. 8 metres in Parramatta territory. Stands in the tackle. 15 in from the eastern touchline. Played to Kenny. Goes right. Henry to the right. Schneider to Cleary. Dummies goes himself. Tackled. 37 out for the Parramatta line, meaning he can't kick it on the last. That falls with Schneider. And it's a very shallow kick. Coming down to the 20. Up goes Iongi with a great catch as well. Gee, the dueling fullbacks, both superb under the high ball. Parramatta 22 out for their own line. Played to Papali. He goes right to Russell. Bounced straight through poor old Brad Schneider. And now claimed 25 out from his own line. 12-10 Panthers to the touchline, John Gibbs.
Well, some unfortunate news for Parramatta. Kidione Kartonga has succumbed to that ankle injury sustained in the minute just before half-time with that great run. He's out of the game, and obviously Parramatta's message is just improve your ball handling.
All right, good man, Gibbsy. Crowd here officially, a good one. 22,792. 22,792 at Western Sydney Stadium. Parramatta 4 short of halfway on the last. It comes to the right, Hawkins with the kick downfield. Jenkins or Laurie. Laurie with the catch. 9 out from his own line. Gives it straight away to Jenkins. Brings it back to the 20. And just beyond the 20, in fact, dragged back to that red line and 15 in from touch on the eastern side. And we can see Kidione Kartonga on the bench with that ankle in a bucket of ice. Now Parramatta dominating in defence. Penrith 22 out from their own goal line. Comes to the right side, Paul Alamoti in centre field. Good run. He casts aside Sam Taiviti. 35 out from his own line. Kenny works the ball right to Henry. He's tackled 5 short of halfway for Penrith. Penrith 12, Parramatta 10. And we've had 4 minutes 30 gone second half. Now Cleary takes on the line. A one-hander back to Kenny. Then away to a charging Talangi. But he's cut down immediately. 9 metres in Parramatta's half. And that was a great tackle coming through by Garner. On the last, Cleary sends it skyward. Iongi got it again and takes off. Got a wraparound ball away to Lomax. He throws it back to Iongi. Brilliant. Now he's tackled by McLean on his own 20. Great skills. 5 gone second half. 12-10 Penrith. Addo Carr runs straight through one. Now caught 31 out from his own line. There's some thrilling skill on display here, Louis.
Yeah, absolutely. And Zach Lomax has had a handful of offloads. He's coming in trying to kick the ball live. Their outside backs have been brilliant. They get a penalty now as we speak for laying in the ruck on Zach Lomax. They'll get the kick out downfield or get up over halfway and have a really good set here on the Penrith line. But I tell you what, the skill on both sides, including the 2 number 1s, has been brilliant.
And Liam Henry doesn't have great discipline. Gave away that penalty to Parramatta, 10 short of halfway. 12-10 Panthers. Round the grounds, another try to the Broncos in the NRL W at Robina. Brisbane 32 leading Gold Coast 0 in the second half. Queensland Cup, Tweed Seagulls 36 have beaten South Logan 32 as the Eels find touch 4 metres in Penrith territory. Simonson the tap. Comes to the left. Taiviti is absolutely smashed to the ground. 6 metres in Penrith territory. In the AFL third quarter, St Kilda 67 leading the Swans 60. Parramatta go left. An inside ball from Papali to Williams. And he's taken by 4 Panthers defenders, 38 out from the goal line. First quarter AFL, West Coast 27 leading 4 Power 14. Now for the Eels, it's Matt Dury. He's taken 30 metres out from the Penrith line. He plays the ball to De Silva, comes left to Hawkins, turns it into Hopgood, and Jermaine can't free the arm. Stands in the tackle though, 25 metres out. 2 tackles left. De Silva takes off from dummy half, and he gets to within 12 of the goal line before he's put to the ground by Garner and 2 others. Played on the last tackle. Dury goes right, Hawkins, stab kick, ricochets off legs, and it's picked up by Penrith in the end, and is quickly fired from Dane Laurie. Got it away, and now making good ground. McLean beat 1. He's finally held 33 out from his own line. Great counter attack from Penrith. Played to McLean. Hawkins around the ankles, took him easily. Gained a metre. 14 short of halfway. Played to Cleary. Goes right to Laurie. Centre field he goes, and it's a penalty. The marker's not square. Penalty goes to Penrith. 4-3 the penalty to the Panthers. It goes against Jermaine Hopgood, 6 short of halfway. 20 in from the eastern touchline. 7 and a bit gone second half. 12-10 in favour of Penrith. As now this sunset's becoming a TV star, Lou.
It's ridiculous. I've never seen purples and pinks like it.
It is the most beautiful one I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree.
Penrith take the tap, 30 out. Comes to the right. I'm sure Gibbsy will have a morsel on the sunset like this.
It's something to do with a buck moon and the sun meeting up together.
24 metres away, Kenny dummy half. Goes to the left, away to Eisenhuth. Caught 17 out from the Parramatta goal line. 12-10 Panthers who are on the attack. Kenny to the right. Henry to Schneider, show and go. Taken, good tackle, head on. Coming there from Parramatta's De Silva, 9 away. Now Kenny just runs around in a circle straight to the mark. He's had a weird night, Mitch Kenny. 4 metres out. He'll play it finally to Schneider. He'll go to the left to Cleary. Left foot step back to the right to Henry. He scored 3 away. In fact, that's Eisenhuth. Last tackle, Penrith. Kenny goes left to Cleary, then away. Quick hands from Talangi. Tip on by McLean. Drop by Jenkins. Not on Penrith. And that really wasn't all that dangerous a set. Change over to Parramatta. 10 out from their own goal line. 8.5 gone second half. 12-10. Penrith leads Parramatta. Touchline, John Gibbs.
Well, the hues, the pink and purple hues are magnificent. And what you boys can't see is at either end of the ground, the northern and southern end, this stadium has arches, and the glimpses you get through that, it's like Picasso.
What a beautiful descriptive comment there, Jonty. Parramatta on their own 20, and Adokar goes left now to Russell. He scored 22 out from his own line. All played for Parramatta. De Silva goes right to Adokar. We're in a bit of a chess match right at the moment, aren't we? 30 out from the Eels line. Adokar is tackled by Papali'i. De Silva, flat pass nearly forward to Dury, but he raced past one defender. And now tackled 9 metres short of halfway. Now Schneider gives away the penalty, and Liam Henry involved in the tackle as well.
It makes me laugh.
What's that?
Dury goes down. Does not look like he can get back up. As soon as the penalty goes, just jumps straight back up. I didn't even see anything.
No, it was basically a flop from Henry. I think his arm made contact with Dury's head. But Louis, just put your forearm onto my head. Just incidentally, that was it. Thank you.
He can be right to call the game.
Yes, Parramatta fight starts 35 out from the Penrith line. Russell the tap, goes to his right, through hands away now to Sam Tuaviti, and he's tackled 31 out from the line. Plays the ball to De Silva, goes centre field right, Hopgood turns it in Dury. Geez, running hard. Tackled here 24 out, and good quick play the ball to De Silva, goes right. Hopgood, then away to Hopkins to Iongi. He dummies, but he's caught by the defence. Great tackle from Talangi and McLean, 13 out, 10 in for the northeast touchline. Now centre field left, Hopgood to Tuaviti. He's scored 11 out in front of the post. 2 tackles left, Parramatta. De Silva fends away from Kenny. Gets off a knee and sends it left to Joash Papali. He accelerates into Papali'i and Schneider, and he's on his back, 7 away. Last tackle, Parramatta down by 2. De Silva dummy half. Dummy's left goes right. Hopgood, Hawkins, plays out the back of Iongi, then to Simonson, great tackle. Then he sent a pass knocked to the ground by Jenkins, and it's been knocked on by Jenkins. It'll be another set for Parramatta. They'll get a scrum feed, 10 out from the Penrith line. Parramatta looking threatening. With almost 11 minutes gone in the second half, it remains Penrith 12, Parramatta 10, but we're going to get a challenge here from Nathan Cleary and the Panthers.
All right, Joey. Got a captain's challenge for Penrith, challenging the on-field decision of the first knock-on being off Penrith. Tom Jenkins.
Golden eye, what does it tell you, Louis? I thought he did knock it on.
Well, he definitely comes off his arm, and I don't know how they're going to tell this went forward or back.
Tom Jenkins makes contact with the ball. The ball then travels backwards, playing onto this point.
So no knock on. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, you can't argue the point.
Parramatta regain possession, then knock it forward into Tom Jenkins.
So it's going to be a successful
Penrith is successful. We'll be restarting with a scrum to Penrith.
Yeah, I can't argue any of that, Louis. It's going to be a Penrith scrum feed, 10 out from their own line, with Penrith leading 12-10.
Yeah, good challenge. Nathan Cleary is obviously right in that spot, and then he did see obviously come off Jenkins, but he believed it went backwards and he got the call right. So good challenge there from the Panthers.
David from Randwick, thank you for your text. Red sky night, Shepherd's delight. That's a beautiful old saying.
Yeah,
Forecasting good weather the next day. Well, the sun does sets. Loving the call tonight. Hopefully the Broncos win. That's the sunset in far north Queensland from Charlie. Yeah, it's a nice photo. Thank you for it, Charlie, but not as impressive as what we've had here. As now Penrith from the scrum win. It's Alamoti who hits it up. 16 out from his own line. Scott says awesome sunset as well. As now Penrith. Tough set for them. 24 out for their own line. Papali'i plays it. They work it open side left to Eisenhuth. He scored 30 out from his own goal line. 15 in from touch western side. Kenny spins it left to Yo back on the field. Then away to a barnstorming run. I love this young bloke. Luren Patea to within 14 of halfway. Played to Kenny, goes left to Yo. Straight up the middle. Kenny offload. No, he cannot. Guyman's all over him. And he'll play it on the last 4 short of halfway to Kenny. Finds Cleary to his right. Puts boot the ball, and O'Carr drops back and will take it on the full on his own 10. Immediately gives it right to Isaiah Iongi, and he just goes straight up the middle before he scored 17 out from his own line. 11 minutes 45 gone in a scoreless second half. Penrith 12, Parramatta 10. Boy, it's tense. Here's Lomax getting straight through the tackle attempt of Luke Garner, standing in the tackle of Yo and Kenny. 24 out from the Parramatta line, and O'Carr brushed away from Kenny, brushed away from Yo into Patea, and he's going to be finally held 30 out from his own line. 20 metres in from touch eastern side. Plays the ball to Lomax. Goes centre field left to Junior Barlaw. And the Parramatta captain's caught by Cleary and Papali'i 12 short of halfway. 4 tackles into the set. It's played to De Silva. Straight through a gap. Got a one-hander back to Barlaw. Hit and spin to Papali'i. Fired the pass back and it's been knocked on by Matt Dury. And 2 fancy pants there from Parramatta. Patea has it 4 metres in Parramatta's territory. Plays it, it goes right to Tungor. One-hander out the back to Alamoti. He'll advance the footy by another 10 metres. Finally held 29 out from the Parramatta line. 19 in from touch on the western side. Played to Kenny. Goes left now to Henry, Yo, Cleary, then to Blaze Talangi right to left. He got the ball away to McLean, maybe a fraction too late because Lomax was waiting there with Hawkins and Guymer. 19 out from the line, played to Cleary, dummies left, goes himself straight into the defence. 14 out from the Parramatta line, 12-10 in favour of the Panthers. 27 minutes to go. Luren Patea up the middle, but he's claimed by Guymer and also De Silva 5 metres out. Played to Kenny, short side left, Cleary to McLean, but all the defence is there waiting for him, and he stands in the tackle. 6 out, 10 in from touch. Howie's corner, played on the last. Kenny goes right, Cleary, little stab kick. Back there is Junior Barlaw, and he's caught in goal. Good kick, Cleary. Great take, Junior Barlaw, and great chase by Penrith. Patea leading the charge with Laurie. Line drop out Eels. We have 26 and a half to go. Penrith 12, Parramatta 10 to the touchline. John Gibbs.
Oh, great dexterity there by big Junior Barlaw. He took it magnificently. They're having a bit of breather. They put themselves under pressure though. They have coughed up too much ball in his match. They did in the first half and they're doing it in the second. Here's a short line drop out. That's a better one.
From Dean Hawkins. It's tapped back by Penrith and it goes to Nathan Cleary. The Panthers have the ball. 17 out for the Parramatta line. Joash Papali with a tackle. Played to Kenny. Goes left to Isaac Tungor. Straight through Williams. Iongi saves the day but he reaches out. Iongi had dropped off him and he scores the try. Isaac Tungor. Oh, that was great skill from Isaac Tungor. Try to Penrith. 25 minutes 45 to go in the game. Penrith 16, Parramatta 10. The try to centre, Isaac Tungor.
Isaac Tungor, this is just individual brilliance. He just gets a one off the ruck, comes off his left foot, breaks between 2 Parramatta defenders, and he's crawling across the ground and he gets the ball down. I'd like to see it in slow-mo here, but I don't think there's any players on him, so he's fine to reach that ball out and get it back down. And Iongi has one good shot at him, but he just can't hold on to him. Falls off, promotes the ball. There's a ball move out of his hand there as he's going to put it down.
Good to go, Paul.
I think that's
good,
right.
Try time.
All right, we'll go to Gibbsy after the kick because Alamoti's already lining it up. 10 out just to the right of the post. Isaac Tungor, he got straight through both front rowers, Jack Williams and Junior Barlaw.
So strong for the legs and his hips.
Only his 5th try of the year, the strong hips chap. Isaac Tungor. And now Alamoti, who has so far kicked 2 from 3. 16-10 Penrith. Here's Alamoti with the right boot, and he plants it between the sticks. He's 3 out of 4. Penrith 18, Parramatta 10. Ironically, the same score of which they won in round 13. Down to you, Gibbsy, on the touchline.
Well, Isaac Tungle has been quite quiet because most of the play has gone Casey McLean's side, but this was just a beautiful step. He got away from Jack Williams and Junior Barlow, as you say, Andrew. And what the bit of a murmur from the crowd was when he burst through the tackle of Iongi, the ball touched the ground, but he was still moving. So it's only if it touches the ground and you're not moving. He was still moving, so that was a legitimate try every day of the week. A real good individual effort.
Yeah, it certainly was. Here's the kickoff down to the Penrith goal line. NRLW 34-0. Brisbane leading Gold Coast at Robina Stadium. Penrith returns the kickoff 12 metres out from their own goal line. In the AFL, third quarter, St Kilda 74 leading the Swans 61. Second quarter, West Coast, 39 leading Port Adelaide 14 in Adelaide. As now the Panthers with it, 18 out from their own line. Super Netball final quarter, West Coast Fever on top of the ladder. They are leading Melbourne Vixens 52-43. So now Penrith, Eisenhuth, 23 out from his own line, played to Kenny, goes right to Cleary, inside ball to Papali'i, charges into Barlaw, also in there was Dury and Williams, 31 out from the Penrith line. Kenny dummy half, goes left to Isaiah Yeo. Penrith looking for a 5th straight victory. They're looking for a 5th straight premiership, in fact. Yeo caught 10 short of halfway. Last play, comes right to Cleary. Here's a spiralling thunder ball. Down to Iongi, it ends up going through his fingers over his head, back to the goal line, gets past Tungor, gets past Papali'i, now wrapped up 4 out from his own line. That was one of those, Louis, where the fullback had no chance. That was a tight, high spiral, but Penrith undo their good work. Offside at marker. Penalty goes to Parramatta. They get the gift, 6 out for their own line. Penrith 18, Parramatta 10, after 17 minutes of the second half.
Well, it was spinning that hard, the way that Nathan hit that ball, and it was actually floating and moving away from Iongi, and he just couldn't get himself in the right position. But he did a good job to still get there and almost get out of a tackle or two and get a quick play the ball. But they fight hard on the ground and they get themselves a penalty. That's exactly what they needed, Para.
Tap taken by Russell, 25 out from his own line, dumped to the ground, about 14 short of halfway by Papali'i and Tungor. Played to De Silva, goes right. Papali away to Barlaw, and he's caught by, in there was Patea and also Yeo. De Silva goes right to Hawkins, sends it on the inside to Garner, bounced straight through one, now taken on halfway, 20 in from the eastern touchline. De Silva to the left, Hopgood, Barlaw plays at the line to Papali away, then to Williams, and Jack Williams on the left edge, taken by Papali'i, 34 out for the goal line. Also in there was Cleary, dummy half to Silva, short side left Papali, he puts a kick over the top, Adokar in pursuit, it's snaffled by Alamoti. Adokar collides there with the Penrith player coming through, Laurie, play on as Penrith has it, 11 metres out from its own goal line, 18-10 to the Panthers, 18 gone second half. Now Tungor, he's going to be claimed on play 2, 18 out from his own line. Kath says, good afternoon, Andrew, Louis, John, are you commenting on the beautiful sunset that you were witness to? What else would you expect? You're in the heart of the West, calling the game of the Golden West. Go the Eels. Thank you, Kath. Yeah, that was truly beautiful. Here's Penrith, 25 out from their own line. Play comes left to Casey McLean. Just accelerated straight through Charlie Garner into Hawkins, 14 short of halfway. Plays the ball now to Kenny. And here's Cleary. I don't know what he was looking for then. That was a really poor kick. Bounced one straight to Iongi. Goes right to Lomax. Charges into McLean. And help comes as well from Jenkins and Alamoti. And he'll play it mid-quarter halfway. Parramatta territory. 20 in from the eastern touchline. Hawkins dummy half. Goes left to Simonson. He's in a bustling effort, but caught 9 short of halfway. Remains Penrith 18. Parramatta 10.
Yeah, well, Parramatta, they're going to have a couple more opportunities, but they need to nail them. And they've just got to get a little bit more direct at the moment. They're trying to go a little bit too sideways, but Penrith, they're sort of starting to frustrate Parramatta a little bit with their defence.
So on halfway, Barlaw plays it to De Silva, fires it left to Hawkins, out the back for Parley, links up through hands, it goes now on to Russell, and he's tackled 33 out for the Penrith line, 5 in from the western touchline. Isaiah Iongi dummy half, goes right to Papali, then to Dylan Walker, Setterfield, out to the right, Hawkins, got it to Guymer, but the defence is there, it was Blaze Talangi and Isaiah Papali, he scored 30 out. Last play, Parramatta down 18-10, goes short side right, Hawkins, up goes the kick, Lomax flying through, up goes Laurie with another great catch. Wowee, he's taken some rip snorters. Plays the ball to McLean, who went about 2.5 centimetres. Caught 7 out from his own line. Play to Alamoti, goes right to Jenkins. Those catches from Laurie, quite something. 20 minutes gone, 20 minutes left. Second half, 18-10 Penrith. An interesting Gibbsy with Dylan Brown starting at dummy half. When De Silva came on, we haven't seen Dylan Brown since, have we?
No, we haven't, and he's certainly on the bench. He's getting on the warm-up bike as we speak, Andrew, but that's certainly the way that they're going to go. Joash Papali's been doing quite a good job getting the ball on the outside.
Last job, Penrith, 17 out from their own goal line. It was a dominant set by Parramatta, and the ball bounces backwards to halfway, and Russell dives on it for Parramatta a metre shorter, but 8 in from the western touchline. Penrith 18, Parramatta 10. 20 minutes gone, 20 minutes left. Sunday afternoon footy on ABC Sport with Gold Coast v Brisbane still to come. A 6:15 kickoff at Robina Stadium with Quentin Hull, Clinton Chafofsky and Zane Bojack. Williams plays the ball to Iongi. Goes right Lomax away to Barlaw. His tackle got a terrible pass off the ground, intercepted by Casey McLean, and Penrith has it back on its own 40. Played it to Lungy, like some of his teammates, run straight into the opposition, and Lomax threw. That's so bad. Plays to Lungy, went straight into the marker, and Lomax rips it out from him.
He competes on all those little things, doesn't he, Zach? Especially the kicks, but that was a big play there by Zachy Lomax. Hit the ball straight back to him.
Now they go left, Russell to Carr, up over the 30. Held up there by Alamoti and Tunmore. 25 out from the line and 10 in from the western touchline. Play to Joash Papali. Sends it away right to Dylan Walker. Back on the inside it goes. Charging at the defence, Hopgood. And he's held 24 metres out, standing in the tackle. 3 tackles left, Parramatta. Set restart given away by Penrith. For the Eels, their third of the day. And they keep it alive. Going right to left now, Hopgood. He straightens. He's going to be caught 13 metres out. Dummy half in front of the northern post is Talon De Silva. 18 minutes to go. Penrith by 8. Parramatta attack. Oh, Papali! He is smashed. Great tackle. A rib rattler from Cleary. 11 out from the goal line. De Silva goes right. Walker. Hopgood. Hawkins. Then away Iongi. Simonson. Great pass and Lomax dropped it. Picked up by Jenkins. Look out. He's over the 30. Cover comes and he's nailed. What a great tackle that was. 4 short of halfway by Isaiah Iongi. And a set restart now given to Penrith. As the Panthers take it over halfway. McLean, 3 metres in Parramatta's half. Gee, made a few errors the other night too, Zach. And there was a big one right there. Cleary goes right. Papali'i away to Tungle. Flick pass to Alamoti. Pass to O'Carr over the 30, over the 20, over the 10, for the line. Dives, try! Josh O'Carr's blowing up. I think at his teammates. Tried to pull Alamoti. I reckon he got there and he wasn't expecting to. 17 left. Penrith 22. Parramatta 10. Kick to come. Try to Alamoti after the mistake from a crestfallen Zach Lomax.
You talk about a 12-point turnaround. That's a try there for Zach Lomax. Would have been hard to stop. And then the Panthers, 2-3 plays later, they're going up the other end and they're scoring a great try. I don't think Paul Alamoti actually could believe that he was in the space. It was really good work here by Tungle just to get to flick pass and sucks Addo-Carr in. But I was waiting for Alamoti to come off that right foot and just come back on the inside shoulder there of Iongi, but he didn't need to. He just pinned the ears back and just kept getting closer and closer to that try line, and he just dives over as easy as you like. Nice try.
Iongi came from about 40 metres away and caught him as he hit the line. That was a heck of a chase by Isaiah Iongi. Touchline, John Gibbs.
Well, wasn't it Iongi who made the tackle on Lomax right over on the other side of the field, chased him down, and then has come right across to the other side? That was an incredible effort, but I must say that Paul Alamoti is lining this shot up right in front of me now. He was in cruise mode. He went past me, and after he got the great ball from Tungle, he thought, hang on, they're not going to get me. And he scored comfortably. Iongi on Jenkins, I was saying, but Alamoti was in cruise mode when he scored then.
Good teamwork, Louis.
Even if that was an unintended hit of the button.
I didn't mean that, Jonty. Sorry, mate.
So here's the kick now from the try scorer, Paul Alamoti. Can't even see it. Where is he? 23 out, a metre in from touch. He strikes it, heading towards the post across the face, no goal. Paul Alamoti is 3 from 5. Penrith by a dozen, but that misconversion means a bit because it keeps Parramatta within 2 converted tries. Don't forget you can text 0467 920 222 as let me hit the refresh button there on that text line 0467 920 222. Tony says, have no idea what's happened to Zach Lomax. Hopefully he will redeem himself. Did anyone check the parallel universe where referee rules Penrith knock on or Parra challenges the poor decision before the Panthers first try? Moments and momentum, is that anything? I guess it's history now. Nigel says, Red Sky at night, sailors delight, such an old saying. It's a Northern Hemisphere thing. No guarantee down here of good weather. Tomorrow, though, the forecast looks okay. Thank you, Nigel. Here's the kickoff, and Penrith has the footy back. 11 out from their own line with 15 and a half to go. Again, Penrith on the verge of 5 straight. This win would take them to 5th. Now, that could change if the Broncos beat the Gold Coast, but back inside the top 8 for sure and certain. Here's now Luran Patea. Good, strong run by this young towering forward. Standing in a 3-man tackle, 24 out from his own line. De Silva was in there with Walker and Garner. Plays the ball now to Kenny. Sends it left to Laurie. Bless you, Louis.
Thank you.
And Dane Laurie's caught here by Dean Hawkins and Junior Barlaw. Mid-quarter halfway. Kenny sets off from dummy half. Takes him on himself into Hopgood. Caught 3 short of halfway. Last tackle now, Penrith. Dummy half, Yo. Oh, gee, that was an old man's back as he got the pass to his right. Papali'i to Tungor. Kicks it. Finds the open space, Isaac Tungor. Getting back there, Lomax. It goes right between the posts into the in-goal area. And Lomax does well just to get back in the field and play. I tell you what, that was brilliant from Tungor because that wasn't the intention from the Yo pass. But he had the stiff man back as he went down to dummy half. That's the result of an Origin series, I reckon.
Yeah, he saw it there tonight. That was a great kick, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
He did not mean to do that. He just, better get rid of it. It's the last play, and then puts a pearler in.
Yeah, that was perfect. Now Parramatta. Charlie Geimer backs his way into the defence and caught 20 metres out from his own line and 15 in from the eastern touchline. 2 tackles left. De Silva, right to left. Hopgood to Walker. Delayed ball to Barlaw. Takes on Cleary and Tungor. And now Patea stands in the tackle, but only 28 out from his own line for Parramatta. Last tackle, Eels De Silva. Goes right to Hawkins. It's a low trajectory kick from his 30-metre line. Bounces away from Dane Laurie. Now he picks it up on his own 20. Runs from right to left. And then straightens and caught 32 out from his own line. He's had a really good game, Dane Laurie. He'll play the ball to Blaze Talangi. Sends it left to McLean as Moses Leota comes on. That's already interchanged 7 for Penrith. They've got 1 left with, 13 and a half to go. Talangi, short side left to Jenkins. Tom Jenkins is tackled 3 metres short of halfway. 12 in from touch on the eastern side. 4 tries to 2 in favour of Penrith here. Now they take it to Parramatta territory by a few metres on play 4. Dummy half Kenny. Goes right, Lindsay Smith back on the field to Yo, then away to Cleary. Short ball, Papali'i. He's through. He got a ball on the inside of Leota that went forward. A great cover defence from Isaiah Iongi. He got to Isaiah Papali'i. He knocked into the deck, and he's the reason why the pass went forward. The other reason might be the headgear on top of the bandage. I'm not sure Isaiah Papali'i can see anything.
Yeah, he's definitely got one eye covered. That was a really nice pass. Great line there from Papali'i. But, it was definitely forward. He was going down. Just overruns him. He can't help himself though. He was getting to that break. You see an opportunity and you throw it. You need to make sure you get it right. But Leota, he just drops it.
Scrum fleet Parrot, 24 out from their own line. It goes right to Lomax, runs straight over the top of Talangi up to the Parramatta 30. He looked like a pirate there, Isaiah Papali'i. Funny, I knew someone who made pirate noises. I'm still looking for that person. Parramatta 10 short of halfway. Comes centre field Walker. Goes to Papali'i. Then he sends it further left and the tackle made. And then a loose ball out the back and Penrith come up with it. But ruling is knock on Parramatta. Gee, that was a desperate, we're playing from behind. Bit of play there from Parra. Dury comes back on the field. Hopgood comes off. Penrith scrum feed 6 metres in Parramatta's half. 12 minutes to go. It was Williams with a mistake. It's Penrith 22, Parramatta 10. Down to John the Pirate Gibbs.
Well, we're seeing a vision of what's going to be for Parramatta for the rest of the year because Dylan Brown looks to be okay, and I imagine he's because he's still sitting on the bench. That's 40 minutes. He went off in the 30th minute, so in a minute and a half, it'll be 40 minutes. minutes that Dylan Brown hasn't been on. He's sticking with Josh Papali out there, or Joash Papali.
Yes, as now the ball played. It comes short side left to Casey McLean, but good bit of defence in off the wing from Lomax. 23 out from the line, 10 in from the eastern touchline. Penrith on the attack. Kenny goes right to Lindsay Smith. Right footstep, managed to get straight through Garner, but taken about 18 out from the goal line by Lomax. Kenny goes right to Isaiah Yo. Standing in the tackle now to his knees, courtesy of Junior Barlaw. 11 out in front of the southern post. You're with Luke Lewis, John Gibbs. I'm Andrew Moore here on ABC Sport. Cleary to the right to Laurie. And Laurie comes back to the left, gets away from one, and now taken by Barlaw and Dury. 11 out. Last tackle Penrith. They lead 22-10. Kenny goes left to Cleary. Back to the right edge. Yo, he drops it behind him, and Cleary dives on it 4 metres out. Change over. Parramatta get the footy back. 4 out for their own line. 10 and a half to go. Penrith 22, Parramatta 10. Time off, says the referee.
Challenge here from Penrith. Challenge on the on-field decision to tackle 6 handover.
Huh? What are they challenging, that they didn't add it up correctly?
They only got 5 tackles. They have to go through the whole set and count them.
Haven't seen that since a finals game involving, was it Cowboys and Cronulla, Lou?
Yeah, that was 7 tackle set before the 7 tackle sets.
As Ayo offloads the ball, you're just looking to see if it touches Parramatta.
Junior Barlaw comes around. Does it come off his hand there? No.
You tell me, Golden.
I can't see there. It's not giving us a still frame. Oh, yep, right there.
I think it did, yeah.
Kenny Paulo knocks the ball backwards. This restarts the tackle count.
So 6 more for Penrith, and Cleary dives it. As long as Cleary doesn't knock it on the way down.
Nathan Cleary then takes clean possession and the referee blows his whistle. The challenge by Penrith is successful. It will be tackle 1 with Nathan Cleary play the ball.
So you do touch the ball, it's backwards off you, which restarts the tackle count, because Nathan gets the ball to be tackle 1.
So Penrith will stay on the attack down to the touchline. Captain Feathersword.
Well, Junior Barlaw is arguing the toss here, but that was another good challenge, and they really are starting to get their mojo. Parramatta tried to put them to the sword, and it hasn't happened, but Penrith are now looking good in attack and making good decisions.
So now Cleary plays it 4 out. It comes right to Moses Liotta. Williams and Barlaw are there in defence. 4 metres out for the goal line with 10 and a half to go. Kenny goes left to Yo. Turns it into Lindsay Smith. And he's going to be taken 6 metres out from the goal line. Ball's going to be played to Kenny. He'll come to the right. Does so to Cleary. Back on the inside to Isaac Tunlaw. Tries to scythe his way through, but he's taken by Iongi and Dury. 5 metres out. Kenny goes left to Yo, away to Smith. Caught 4 out from the goal line. Last tackle Penrith. Really good defensive set from Parramatta. They need to hold them out here. Cleary from 6 out. A deft little left foot kick for Garner. Ball stacks on the mill on the ground. And the ball has been grounded by Parramatta. Garner was coming through, did not get the bounce, and it's dived on, I believe, by Bailey Simonson. Goal line dropout Parramatta. We've got another challenge. Why not?
Challenge from Parramatta. They're challenging the decision of tackled back in goal, saying Penrith have knocked on.
Okay, so we'll see what happens here. Simonson dived on it in goal. Is he claiming that Garner knocked
been cleared?
I can't see. He's giving us attendance up there.
Look at that other monitor to your left there, Louis. Well, right, there you go.
Both players are shoulder to shoulder in a contest. There is no knock on by Penrith.
It's going to be a goal line dropout, isn't it?
And I think Zach challenged it.
Yeah.
The ball is now grounded by Bailey Simonson in the in goal. The challenge by Parramatta is unsuccessful.
Is that just we need a bit of a breather challenge?
All right.
So goal line dropout Parramatta, 9 minutes 46 to go. 22-10 to Penrith. Line dropout is taken by Jenkins. 12 metres out. He got past one, caught by Garner, 6 out from the goal line. Now Kenny goes right to Papali, spun through one, claimed by Barlaw 2 metres away. Penrith looking to wrap it up here. It goes left to McLean, straight into the markers. And he'll be taking a metre out.
Up now, Talon on the mark.
And it's a slow play the ball, 2 after the De Silva tackle. They come to the right, Kenny to Smith. Lindsay Smith straightens into Barlaw and 2 other defenders, including Isaiah Iongi. Stands in the tackle, half a foot away from the goal line. Play to Kenny, spins it away right to Yo, out the back to Cleary. Dummies inside, holds it up, goes himself, Cleary, beats one, goes over to score. Well, there you have it. Fair There's a bit of Nathan Cleary magic. 9 minutes to go. Penrith 26, Parramatta 10. Try to clear. He's been reasonably quiet, but that was a bit of individual brilliance. 8 minutes 40 on the clock, and the Panthers appear to wrap this up, Luke Lewis. 26-10 with their 5th try.
Oh, watching that, it was in slow-mo from up here. Nathan knew exactly what he was doing, but he runs across field, looks like he's going to do a little bit of a cross play, then pops up as another little cross play. Oh, I've stopped all the Parramatta players. Perfectly done the job. Throw a little dummy, slides through. He uses his fend and scores a great try there to seal the game. That is really nice work there by Nathan.
He completely baffled Joash Papali and Sean Russell. That was like watching a maestro, John Gibbs.
Yeah, it was, and he's firing at the clay pigeons there. A bit of a try celebration. So some more money for a good cause, but that was beautifully done because he was holding the ball up, and the defence, they just stopped, and he knew exactly what he was doing, and then he accelerated, had the strength to get over. They got him on the line, but it was too late. Here's Alamoti doing the goal kicking still.
21 metres out, 12 in from the western touchline. What's he kick? 3 from 5, Paul Alamoti. 7 minutes 40 left on the ticking clock. Penrith's 26, Parramatta 10. Here comes Alamoti with his right boot. He hooks it right across the face. And this is a real Paul Alamoti goal-kicking performance, 3 out of 6.
He's hit them all the same too. He's pulled him way left.
Yeah. He needs you to coach him in that particular aspect, Louis.
Aim at the wrong post.
Round the ground to the NRLW, Brisbane 44, leading Gold Coast 4. Super Netball full-time, West Coast Fever on top of the ladder, beat Melbourne Vixen 71-60. AFL and the Swans are back in front in the final quarter, leading St Kilda 85-80. And second quarter, West Coast 46, leading Port Adelaide 28. Text line 0467 920 222. As it's a short kick-off, up they go. Tap back by Penrith, claimed there by the Panthers. And it's Mitch Kenny, flung to the ground, 26 out from his own goal line. The text line, respective ladder positions, a good reflection of where both teams are at. Penrith haven't impressed, but doing enough to capitalise on Parramatta's ineptitude, reckons Jeff. Neil says, no offence, but Gibbsy's pirate sounded more like a donkey. I'm not sure it sounded like any pirate I've ever heard before. But he's saying it with conviction. Liotta, 5 short of halfway, plays it. Cleary to the right. Isaiah Papali, I reckon, is having a blinder for Penrith. He scored here 4 metres in Parramatta territory. Taken there by Papali. And Papali, he plays it to the left. Cleary gets it away to Isaiah Yeo. Runs headlong into Walker. 38 metres out for the Parramatta line. Last tackle, Panthers. They'll lead 26 points to 10. Comes to Cleary's right, then to Papali'i, then away to Tungor, to Alamoti. Little chip and chase by Alamoti. It comes back to him, and then he loses the ball. Dropped by Yongi. Knock-ons 47 ways till Tuesday. Change over Parramatta, 13 out from their own line. 8 minutes 30 to go. Or is that 6? 6 it is. 6 minutes 30 to go. Penrith 26, Parramatta 10.
I'll tell you what, that could have turned into a really nice bit of football there from the Panthers. He got that bounce there, Alamoti, and he was going to offload. He had 3 Panthers players inside him. That would have been try time for all money, but Parramatta player just gets there in time to force the error. But really nice work. And here comes Dylan Brown now for his second stint with only 6 minutes on the clock.
Really odd use of Dylan Brown from start to finish from Jason Riles. Here's Adokar, 15 short of halfway, played to De Silva, goes right, Hawkins away, Geimer, and he's finished off 9 short of halfway there by Talangi. And played now, and De Silva goes centre field left through hands, Barlaw away to Papali, took them on, but he's caught by Papali'i, 2 metres in Penrith territory, and also Cleary. Last tackle, Eels. De Silva goes right, Hawkins, here we go, the kick and hope, 4 metres in Penrith territory, down to Laurie, up he goes against Lomax, lost it backwards, cleaned up by Penrith. Garner's got it on his own 20-metre line, and he'll play 21 out from his own line with 5 minutes 20 to go. Game, set, bingo. The Panthers are going to win their 5th straight. It started with a win over Parramatta and will now resume as Nathan Cleary leaves the field. The 8th and final interchange, and Brad Schneider comes on. It's just a rest for the Cleary legs, not to mention groin, as Moses Liotta stands in the Barlaw tackle, a metre in Parramatta territory. Played to Kenny, goes left Yoda Smith, wrapped up 9 metres in Parramatta's half. 5 minutes to go. Penrith 26, Parramatta 10. Schneider, long looping ball over the top to Jenkins, over the 20, left foot centering kick, coming through Schneider. He tries to tap the ball back, but can't. It's over the dead ball line. 20-metre tap. 7 tackles set for Parramatta, who trailed 26-10 with 4.5 minutes to go. Also on the text line, Swanky in Helensburgh says people seem to overlook how poor Lomax has been for 6 weeks. His misses in Origin 2 somehow master poor performance when he's on his hot bus. ... I think that's fair, Swanky. Michael says, guys, enjoying the call from Westmead Hospital, hoping the Panthers can get the job done. Well, they're well on track here, Michael. There's now Bailey Simonson is going to be caught 12 short at halfway.
Michael, Andrew's already claimed it. He's already said
it's already done, Michael. You can chill now. I hope you're all right and everything's all right there at Westmead Hospital, mate. As now Parramatta with the ball, Williams. He's caught 5 short of halfway. Andrew, have been listening to the Fire Up podcast. Awesome. The sun is shining a bit brighter up this way after the Queensland win. Great call, Derek and Ann from Howard in Queensland. As now Parramatta go left to Addo-Carr. Got away from Tungor. Taken 4 metres in Penrith territory. Sebastian, what time does this broadcast finish? It'll be 8:30, Sebastian. Here's Barlaw, goes to the right. Dylan Brown to Hawkins, then away to Garner. One-handed McLean should have intercepted, but lost it. And Iongi tips over the top. Who's coming through? Oh, bounces over the head for Penrith. Picked up by Parramatta 3 metres away. That's a penalty to Penrith.
I was going to say, it's a smart play there by Dylan Brown. He didn't want to score the try because he knew he was offside. But he got, Peter Goff knew anyway. He did find out there. But that's the exact reason why he didn't go 100 miles an hour for. He tried to stay out of the play.
Yes.
Look, you see him pull back, but he gets the perfect bounce.
He
ends up
couldn't do
landing in his chest. He couldn't do anything about it.
He couldn't do anything about it. Penalty goes to the Panthers. 5 all the penalty count. They fine touch 24 out for their own line. We head to the touchline. John Gibbs.
Well, this has been an interesting afternoon. I think Penrith have grown in confidence as the afternoon's gone on. Parramatta took it to them, but couldn't withstand the pressure. And the use of Dylan Brown. Here's a break.
Casey McLean's over halfway. He's over the 40. He burns the Iongi. Comes back at him, drags him down from behind. 21 metres out from the Parramatta goal line. He plays the ball to Jenkins. A long pass goes right. And through hands away to Schneider in centre field. A one-hander back to an unsuspecting Liotta. He flicks it out to Yo. Yo straightens into Brown and Barlow. Beat Brown. Dragged down by Barlow. 11 away. Played now to Kenny. He goes left. Schneider. That's a shock. Back on the inside. They're inside the 10 though, Parramatta. So a set restart for the Panthers. Their fourth of the day. Comes right, Schneider turns it into Lindsay Smith. 26-10 to Penrith with 2 minutes 15 left. They have scored 5 tries to 2. Now Penrith go 1 out through Kenny, score 4 short of halfway. He'll play the ball to Lindsay Smith. He'll come to the right now. He goes himself, Lindsay Smith, burns another tackle, half a metre away. Oh, he does it. He spins. He jinks. He gets it down and scores, Lindsay Smith. He ran straight into the markers, Garner and one other, and he gets straight through them. Try to Lindsay Smith. That will be one he'll claim happily, and Parramatta coach Jason Rolls will not be pleased about. 1 minute 40 to go, and it's now Penrith 30, Parramatta 10 with a kick to come.
That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is just way too easy.
It was just killing a play, wasn't it?
It was killing a play. He goes down a short, left-hand side there. He's got 3 Parramatta players on him, and he just pops out. And Junior Barlow just sort of gives up from the tackle, and then he just pops out the other side and slams the ball down. That's amazing. Like, you don't see this in under 10s.
Touchline, John Gibbs.
Yeah, and they're all big fours there too. I think they've just been pummeled. They're now completely in disarray. They battled hard, as I said previously, for a long time, but then they just got on top. And I'd like to give credit to Isaiah Yo and Nathan Cleary, but Isaiah Yo, his run and lead up to that try was magnificent.
He just got straight through Barlaw, Guymer and Iongi, just basically poked his head through. Here's Alamoti next to the post with the conversion. He's 4 from 7. Penrith 32, Parramatta 10. It's become quite a thumping win, hasn't it, with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to play. Earlier, the New Zealand Warriors 34 defeated the West Tigers 14. Shiver me timbers, don't ever change Gibbsy, says Razor in Cairns. How come Cleary can't do that in the state of origin? Good club player, but not up to origin level. Well, Darren, you weren't saying that after game 1. Team to the Panthers make the top 4, and if so, at the expense of what team from the Sheriff? I don't think so.
If any team dropping out of the top 4, it's only going to be the Warriors, but they had a good win today.
Yeah, it seems a long way back. It'll take them to 23 points this win for Penrith. And the Warriors with their victory earlier today. As I flick through my app doodah, Penrith get the short kickoff, 11 metres short of halfway. The Warriors with their win go to 28 points, so they'd be 5 behind. with 8 rounds to go. It's hard to see it happening, but not impossible. As now McLean 8 short of halfway, plays it. Kenny just jogs into the defence, 4 short of halfway. 43 seconds to go, but Penrith are building, aren't they? 5 wins in a row. No To'o, no Edwards, no Liam Martin. Lindsay Smith spins in the tackle up to halfway.
I sort of want to see him finish 5th, and if they do go through and win the comp, well, they'll be the first team to win outside the top 4.
Continue the history. Now left edge for the Penrith side, just looking ahead for them. They're at home here next week against second last South Sydney. Friday night game, we'll be here for it. Here's a kick downfield. Isaiah Iongi gets the bounce. 8 metres out from his own line, 13 seconds to go, and he runs into Schneider. 12 out from his own line. Plenty of time after the game for on-field reaction by Gibbsy, and Louis' ABC Player of the Year points. Now in the last play, Lomax a chip over the top into the Penrith hands. Ricochets back to Luke Garner. Lomax has him, and there's the siren. That's the ball game. Penrith win, and they win very comfortably in the end by 32 points to 10 over Parramatta. It did not look like we're heading for a 22-point win to either side at half-time, I've got to tell you. And I tell you, Louis, Penrith, especially in the last 5 years, have done this as well as maybe Melbourne's the only other team that would come close. They scored a try in the 40th minute in a close game. Mate, how often do they do that in the last 2 minutes of a half?
Always.
It is unbelievable how often they do it.
Yep, always. It's unbelievable.
They now sit 5th on 23 points. Now, Brisbane can overtake them and go to 24 if they beat the Gold Coast. But as we sit here, this very second, Penrith on 23, 5 points behind 4th place, the New Zealand Warriors. They win at 32 points to 10 for Penrith. It was a 6-try performance in the end. Tom Jenkins in the 22nd minute, Luke Garner in the 40th, Isaac Tunwell 55th, Paul Alamoti in the 63rd, Nathan Cleary, a brilliant individual try in the 72nd, Lindsay Smith in the 79th minute, and Paul Alamoti 4 goals from 7 attempts. 4 restarts, 2 successful challenges, and for Parramatta 10 points all in the first half. Tries to Kitione Kautonga, who left the field with an ankle injury at half-time, not to return. He scored in the 15th minute. Zach Lomax in the 34th. Lomax 1 from 2. Jack Williams on report in the 29th minute for a high tackle. They had 3 restarts, 1 unsuccessful challenge. Penalties 5 all, but a 12-10 halftime lead for Penrith turns into a 32 points to 10 victory over Parramatta before a crowd of 22,792. On a scale of 1 to 10, Louis, what do you rate that performance by Penrith?
1 to 10. I'll probably give it maybe a 7.5, close to an 8. Like they had a few errors, but they did a very good job on their line defending, and they also did a good job coming out of their hand. But it's just the errors, pushing a couple of passes, had a couple of chances. But the best thing about it is, if you had asked me, 4 weeks, maybe not more than 8 weeks ago, their games were 3 out of 10. So they're slowly building up nicely.
And they're not winning with that roster 2 months ago.
No, correct.
Isaiah Yeo, what a week. As I said, at one point he got down to dummy half, but looked like he had a brace at his back. He's had a big campaign, John Gibbs, and he's down with you now.
Yeah, it's been a tough week in many respects, but you've got to bounce back. This is what it's all about now, the NRL. Good win in the end, Isaiah.
That was a good result. It was first half, felt like both probably middle of the field. I think both sides were a little bit lethargic, and felt there's a lot of space in there for both sides. I thought we did a good job in the second half of. I think we stiffened that up a little bit, but I just thought that was sort of popping offloads, and we were just putting ourselves in positions to make plays, and in the end we sort of come over the top when there was a bit more fatigue in the game. So, really pleased. It's obviously disappointing Wednesday, but sometimes the best thing is to sort of get back on the horse as quick as you can, and it's nice to have a result like that.
And nice to have Nathan on the bench and come on and give you a little bit of a dose of energy.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it was. I was hoping they'd dome into the middle and he defended hooker, but no, out to the halves he went. But no, I think he was probably in the same boat. He probably just wanted to hurry up and get out, play a bit of footy off the back of the result on Wednesday. But no, he was really good. Obviously, good try there with about 7 minutes to go, sort of just to put an exclamation mark on it. And I just feel like we're building at the moment. It hasn't all been perfect, but I feel like our best footy's still in front of us, and we're in a position now where we've got to keep winning. We're in that sort of logjam at the moment, and so I feel like our confidence has grown.
Over the last few seasons, what you have done really well is score late. You did that again to hit the lead right at half-time. It's the only time you led in the half. Luke Garner scores a good try, and you just went on with that momentum. I thought you played with more freedom in the second half.
Yeah, I thought we were probably a little bit more patient, and off the back of that, we're getting looks in the second half. In the first half, there was a bit of that fatigue, and we weren't getting our defence on like we'd like. And normally, when that happens, you can that's when it sort of opens up. There's a bit more fatigue on the other side than what there is in us. But I felt like that try right on the sort of stroke at half time there was big for us to sort of go in there there or level pegging just about. But you know, I thought all the conversations at the sheds at half time were good and positive, so that was good.
And finally, next Friday, South Sydney here again. Starting to like Western Sydney, albeit it wasn't your home game today.
No, we didn't have much fun here for the first half of the season, but we're starting to rack up a few here now. But I think off the back of that, you get more fans coming, you get a bit more atmosphere in the place, and I feel like they do that well, the Panthers fans. When there's success and they're sort of riding the wave of momentum, they show out. So the more we keep winning, the more they can come and be good.
Well played, great backing up.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, Isaiah, and he sounded like you, Luke Lewis, when he said he's hoping when Cleary came on, they'd put him in the middle to defend at hooker, so they'd wear him down. All right, 32-10 in favour of Penrith. I wonder how Jermaine Hopgood's feeling. He came off the bench today against his old team, and he's just been sharing some hugs and photos with some old teammates. Here he is with John Gibbs.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jermaine, obviously, part of the Queensland squad for State of Origin as well. Jermaine, not the best end of the week.
No, mate, pretty disappointing, to be honest. A lot of chances there we had and just missed the icing on the cake, and we were probably our own worst enemy in certain parts of the game there with handing over possession, so it's hard to win games when you're doing that.
Well, they scored really late to hit the lead, and the ball handling, some of your attack was really sparkling, but there've been too many errors. Your completions were ordinary. Obviously, that's something Jason Riles tried to address at half-time.
It's something we spoke about half-time, and yeah, our footy is progressing and our shape and our attacks are trending in a good direction, but at the end of the day, when you're handing over possession to the other team cheaply with offloads that aren't finding the mark or just simple errors, it's really hard to claw back momentum when you're versing a team like Penrith where they don't miss many of their opportunities, and they just made them count there at the back end of the game.
And Jermaine, as you said, you start off the bench. A lot of changes, maybe a glimpse into the future. Calendar Silva coming on. We had Dylan Brown playing halfback. He was off the field for 45 minutes. Josh Papali halfback. So lots of changes happening.
Yeah, mate, lots of change, and at the end of the day, mate, you just got to put your ego aside and whatever Ozzy thinks is best for the team, then we just roll with that. And everyone's attitudes in that respect is really good at the club, and everyone just gets on with whatever their job is for the team. And obviously, all of us didn't do our job tonight, and we'll go and have a look at that and reassess it for next week.
Thanks for joining ABC Sport. Always appreciate the time.
Sweet. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, Jermaine Hopgood there with John Gibbs. Penrith 32 beat Jermaine's Parramatta side 10 here at Western Sydney Stadium, and that crowd 22,792. Earlier, the New Zealand Warriors in Auckland beat the West Tigers convincingly 34-14 on the text line. Andrew, greetings from God's country, Port Macquarie. We are enjoying a quiet one at our local on the water. Great call from Lucy and AJ with a photo attached of a couple of sports drinks there looking at the sunset. That looks beautiful, Lucy and AJ. Thank you for your text. Stu says, Andrew, I know you said it was a weird use of Dylan Brown, but if you were Jason Riles and you know you're not going to make the semis, wouldn't you sideline him and get your team players for next year some experience in the form of NRL game time? Look, if he announced that, Stu, I'd accept it, but don't play him. That was an absolute waste of a play today in Dylan Brown. Let's go back down to you, Gibbsy, in the thick of things with Penrith.
Yeah, Blaze Talangi with me. Blaze, 2 games in quick succession against your old teammates, 2 wins, that's good.
Yeah, good to get the win. It's that 5 in a row now. This one felt more like a bit less behind it, versing them before, so yeah, just happy to get the win.
And how was the chat against Parramatta? Because they were going quite well at the start. They were really taking it to you.
Yeah, it was a tough game. Definitely wasn't an easy one. They were putting up a fight, but we stuck to our guns and got there in the end.
A nice luxury to have, you got Brad Schneider and yourself in the halves, and nice luxury to have Nathan Cleary come onto the field. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, it's pretty weird, to be honest, but I thought it helped us tonight, and yeah, it definitely showed me and Steady got a good combo, and then Clear's coming on definitely took it to another level.
Well, Blaze, talking about taking you to another level, you came to Penrith obviously after doing big things at Parramatta in your initial season. Didn't start perfectly at Penrith, but you're really hitting your straps now.
Yeah, no, for sure. Wasn't didn't go how we wanted it to start, but I think we're in a good position right now and looking to keep on that upwards trajectory.
Well, that's an upwards trajectory for the team. That's 5 in a row. What do you think the biggest difference been?
I've got to say our training. We've been putting in the work. Our training definitely think it's showing in the field. So yeah.
Well done, Blaze. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And they do get Scott Sorensen back too next week from suspension for the Friday night game against South Sydney back here at Western Sydney Stadium. Full time in the NRLW, Brisbane Broncos at Robina defeated Gold Coast 44-4. For round 2 of the NRLW, Canterbury Bankstown 12 beat West Tigers 8 at Campbelltown. My goodness, is that only a few days ago? That seems like about 16 weeks ago we're out there. But Canterbury won a very tough game of footy. Yesterday at Canberra Stadium, Cronulla Sutherland thrashed Canberra 56-6 with Emma Barron scoring 4 tries. Sydney Roosters 24 beat the Dragons 10 at Jubilee. And last night, Newcastle 26 defeated North Queensland 6. Today, Warriors 14 upset Parramatta 0. And as I said, Brisbane 44 beat Gold Coast 4. And that leads us to round 3 as Gibbsy's chasing up one more interview for us down there on the field of play. And Jonty's parading down there. I think he's got the young forward with him. Down to you, Gibbsy.
I have. He's got a big future. He's got the... He's been talking to, a lot of the players out here. Luren Patea. Luren, 12 games in first grade. Things are on the up.
Pardon? What was that?
Things are on the up.
Yeah, we've been going good recently. Stringing a few wins together. So, just hopefully we can stick to it and leading into finals towards the back end of the season.
Well, you're playing your part. How does it feel being part of this side with all these superstars?
Yeah, I mean, when I first came in, it was a bit daunting. Like playing that first round game in Vegas. I thought it was a big deal for myself, like playing the first round game, and then I went back down to Cup and then just sort of regrouped and then try to figure out what I could do for the team. And then when I got my chance, I've just been trying to kind of lift the boys when I come on the field and just trying to stay with that every week. So I'm excited to be in the team when I am, and I'm just trying to put my best foot forward for the team.
I think if you put your best foot forward, you'll be there, Luren. You've been going really well. Thanks for joining ABC Sport.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
He's a gun, Luren Patea. Stand by, Gibbsy. We'll get your final thoughts on things very, very shortly. We're 6 or 7 minutes away from heading to Quentin Hull, Clinton Chafosky and Zane Bojack at Robina Stadium for Gold Coast taking on the Brisbane Broncos. Round 3 of NRLW doesn't kick off till Saturday, 12:45 at Canberra Stadium. Canberra playing Parramatta. Then at 3:15, it's Canterbury Bankstown against St George Illawarra at Stadium Australia. And at 5:15 at Shark Park, Cronulla Sutherland against North Queensland. And then on Sunday, 11:50 a.m. at Leichhardt Oval, West Tigers against Gold Coast. 1:45 p.m. At Langlands Park in Brisbane, the Broncos host the Sydney Roosters. And at 6:15 p.m. at Hunter Stadium in Newcastle, Newcastle take on the New Zealand Warriors. That's in the NRLW. Looking ahead to round 3, I'll run you through round 20 of the NRL season very shortly as well. But first of all, Louis, we need to get your ABC Player of the Year points after Penrith 32 defeated Parramatta 10.
I thought for the Penrith Panthers, their back row was really, really good. You mentioned during the call as well, but just the way that he carried the ball, did a lot of work. So I went Isaiah Papali'i for 3. I went.
That's as good a full game as I've seen him.
Yeah, I feel like he just found his mojo today.
Yeah,
the mojo that we used to see when he was playing his best football. So it was really good for Penrith and for himself. I went Dane Laurie at the fullback. I thought he was brilliant as well under the high ball. The amount of pressure that he was under, a couple of really good defensive tackles, some nice half breaks at the middle of the field. He was there everywhere in support, so he had a really good game. So I gave him 2. And I thought Isaac Tungor was really good out wide. His defence, his passing game, his running game. He's got a great try. Got heavily involved. He was everywhere, so he gets my 1.
And so 3 points Isaiah Papali'i, 2 points Dane Laurie, and 1 point to Isaac Tungor. 53% of possession for Penrith. Louis, they completed at 90%, 43 from 48. Parramatta at 73%, 29 from 40.
That's quite surprising. I didn't feel like there was that many completions from the Panthers early, especially early. Early there was a lot of drop ball because I was trying a few things, but that's a really good job there from the Panthers to complete that kind of
success rate.
Success rate, yeah, that's what I was looking for.
With vigour. Paul Alamoti ran for 173 metres for the Panthers. Zach Lomax, 201 metres from 23 carries, 3 offloads and a line break. He did have a couple of big blunders too, especially in defence against Luke Garner and a couple with the ball in hand, but he ran for a lot of metres. Tom Jenkins ran for 156 metres with 2 line breaks for Penrith. Down the road we go. Isaac Tungor, 145 metres, 15 runs, 2 offloads, a line break and a try. And Josh Adokar in for 155 metres. Isaiah Iongi, 163 metres, 21 hit-ups, 2 offloads for the Parramatta fullback, who remains as exciting as ever. And what other things stand out, if anything, individually? No, not really, in terms of attack at least. So there you have it, Penrith 32, Parramatta 10. And the Eels season, Gibbsy, it does seem over in terms of making the finals if it wasn't beforehand, but Penrith, they've got a bit of a wet sail on at the moment.
Yeah, Penrith are going well, and they get an opportunity with players coming back too. That's a good thing. Only Isaiah Yeo and Nathan Cleary backing up, and they've got through this. There's a little bit of a worry about Liam Martin. Obviously, he's going to be out for 2 or 3 weeks with a wrist injury, but he'll be okay. That'll give him a freshen up. So things are looking good for Penrith. It's been an amazing turnaround, but I think the biggest story from Parramatta is the changes, keeping Dylan Brown off the field for 45 minutes and changing everything up. But as Jermaine Hopgood said, we're all going to get on board.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes moving forward in the last 2 months of the season. So the top 8 right now, Canberra 32 points, Melbourne second 30, Canterbury Bankstown third on 30, New Zealand Warriors fourth on 28, Penrith fifth on 23, Brisbane sixth on 22. They can obviously go to 24 with a win tonight. Manly Warringah seventh on 22, Sydney Roosters eighth on 22, then Cronulla ninth on 22, the Dolphins 20, and then there's a 4-point gap to the Dragons on 18, North Queensland 17, Newcastle, West, Parramatta and South Sydney on 16, Gold Coast Titans on 14 competition points. And next week we get to round 20, Thursday night at Lang Park, Dolphins hosting North Queensland. Friday night, 6 p.m. at Shark Park, Cronulla against the Sydney Roosters. And Louis, you and I and Gibbs will be here for the 8 o'clock game, Penrith against South Sydney. Saturday, 3 o'clock, Canberra against Parramatta. 5:30, Canterbury Bankstown against St George Illawarra at Stadium Australia. And we'll be there. And Melbourne Storm hosting Manly Warringah at Amy Park on Saturday night, 7:30. Sunday, 2 p.m. at Leichhardt, West Tigers play Gold Coast. And we'll be at Newcastle for the 4:05 game between Newcastle and the New Zealand Warriors. 0467 920 222. You can please keep the text messages coming for Quentin Hull and the team right through until 8:30 tonight. Around the grounds, full time in the AFL, the Sydney Swans have come from behind to beat St Kilda 92-87. Half-time West Coast 47, leading Port Adelaide 36. And that's the only sport that's ongoing at the moment. And don't forget the cricket tonight. No, not tomorrow night, about 4:30 tomorrow morning. West Indies will resume its first innings, 1 for 16 in reply to Australia's all-out 225 in Jamaica after day 1 of the pink ball test, the 3rd test. Louis, been a pleasure, mate. It's been a big week, and look forward to your company on Friday night.
Can't wait. See you Friday. Enjoy the week.
Thanks, Louis. And you, Gibbsy, have a great week, my man. Lovely to see you. We'll catch you next weekend.
Good night.
See you Friday night, Jonty. A big thank you to our man of sound with his eyes popping out of his head, the Den Dog, Dennis Carnahan, to our producer who's done a great job, as he always does, Ralph Tucker. It's been a big 5 days together, Ralphie. And to Ned Hall and Renelle Mower back in the studio. Thank you so much for your assistance right throughout the last 5 days. All right, let's let the footy continue, because we've got big brother against little brother. Brisbane Broncos take on the Gold Coast Titans at Robina Stadium to end round 19. Quentin Hull, good evening.
Good on you, Andrew. 1 to go, indeed, to get through this round of football. And Gold Coast at home to Brisbane. Well, last year it was one of the Titans' best performances of the season, and arguably one of the Broncos' worst performances of recent times. But they played only a couple of weeks ago, Brisbane winning that one 44 points to 14.